Dust devil swept you away. It's still not real. Lashing out in silence. Talk to me. Dust devil swept you away. My recollections are all that's left of you. Swirling sway without me. Dust devil swept you away. Whirling, playful dancing about you. What's left of you is ash and earth and the silent horizon. Dust devil swept you away. It's still not real. Ash and earth and the silent. Dust devil swept you away. My recollections are all that's left of you. Swirling sway without me. Dust devil swept you away. Whirling, playful dancing. What's left of you is ash and earth and silent horizon. Swirling sway without me. Dust devil swept you away. Whirling, playful dancing about you. What's left of you is ash and earth and the silence.
That is a pretty song. What do you guys think?
Pretty cool.
Absolutely. I never heard it before. I like
That's
it.
Pucifer. That's Maynard from Tool. He's got a separate little band called Pucifer.
Oh, that was a dude from Tool. I see.
Yeah, that's the dude from Tool. Yeah, he's also got another one called A Perfect Circle too. A lot of symbolism in that there album.
Oh yeah. I was gonna let that slide this time.
No, JJ, don't let it slide. You got to be on it, man. You got to stay on it. So you're working on the road. What town are you in? What's your address? What's your age?
I am at Shill Avenue.
Okay. Well, thanks for letting me know. I'll look that one up, see if I can find that place. So how you guys doing tonight? Ryan, let's start with you. I know you're having some things with your grandma and all. If you want to elaborate.
You're doing fine now, so everything's
Cool.
fine.
All right. And yourself? What'd you do today? Did you play with your motorcycle?
I did play with my motorcycle for a little while, but I cleaned up the house a little bit. But I also got invited to go to dinner on Sunday from the guy who owns the property that I've been riding on.
Oh, nice. So you get to ride out there more often, huh?
Well, I don't know, but I mean, I've been keeping the grass knocked down, and he's happy about it because I showed him the pictures today, and he was like really excited. And he goes, "Hey, I'm gonna take you out to dinner or lunch on Sunday after church." And I said, "Okay."
Yeah. Just to let JJ know, he got blessed with a quad and a shadow. What size Shadow did you get?
750.
750.
You lost me there. I don't know what you're talking
You know
about,
what a
man.
Shadow is? Honda Shadow, the replica
A
of
Honda
a
Shadow?
Harley. Yeah, that's right.
Oh, okay. A wannabe
It's
Harley.
like a Harley, but it's a cruiser.
They
It
had
has
to
big,
pay
long
Harley for the engine design, dude, because they copied the Harley. they
Well,
got that
because they
trademark.
did they use double pin instead of single pin. Anyway, there's differences, but yeah.
Oh, yeah.
But
They still had
what
to
they
pay.
tried to do, Honda tried to make something that was economical, that ran good, that didn't fall apart like what Harley did, because everybody complained about Harley so much. That's what
Well,
happened.
you gotta carry a set of tools when you ride a Harley, dude. Everybody knows that.
You got to carry a set of tools to ride anything, as far as I'm concerned, because if you don't tighten those bolts all the time, you're going to end up stuff falling off. Motorcycles are like that. They'll shake bolts that you didn't think could get loose off, dude.
Yeah. I had a what was it? A Isuzu or no Suzuki? It was a 352 stroke, man. You want to talk about vibrations? This is road
Oh, yeah.
bike.
Make
It's
it handy.
weird. I never had another bike like that one. It would get up and go though. 2-stroke street bike, man.
I had a Banshee. That thing hauls some ass, like 80 mile an hour.
Oh,
I mean, for a quad, that's pretty
Yeah, yeah.
fast.
Yeah.
I
This
That's
thing
was
won't
trying
go
to
that.
think of what a Banshee was, and I remember now what they made.
Yeah,
I
they're
don't know
like
how fast
20.
it scares the shit out of me. Let's put it that way.
Yeah, I want to give a
had
shout out to everybody in the chat, man. I'm not going to be in the chat because I don't know how to work this phone thingy. You know, I'm a
Yeah.
noob, so I won't be in the chat. So I want to, greet everybody and answer Heron's question. She asked what I was wearing, or she asked what somebody was wearing. The answer is khakis.
Well, there you go.
Okay.
Nothing
Khakis.
says sexy like khakis. I'm telling you.
It's Jake from State Farm, dude.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
What
what I
are
was
you
thinking.
wearing, Jake? What are you wearing?
khakis.
Khakis.
Does your mom know you're up this
Oh.
late?
You're good.
That's right. That's right,
I
man.
remember that commercial too.
Yeah, I'm in here at this motel, dude, and like I haven't watched TV in like 3 years, and boy, I don't miss it, dude. This
I
fucking
know what you
stupid.
mean too. I looked at one. I'm like, that gives me a headache, dude. It
There's
really
like
does.
so many commercials, man. It's like you got to be kidding me.
Oh yeah. Well, I shouted
Like
everybody out in the chat so far, so except Paul. Hey, Paul, how you doing?
Shout out, Paul. Much love, brother. Shout out to Jim Anus, the one and only.
Oh,
So,
yeah.
Jim,
Sea Lightning's in the house.
And I'm not going to promote anything in particular, but there's 2 Flat Earth books. One just came out, and one will be out in like 2 weeks. The first one is QE, Ryan's favorite person. He put out a book yesterday.
Yeah, seen that.
Yeah. If you want citations and scientific proof, like true science, I recommend using anything that QE will put out. He sticks to the scientific method. So
Yeah,
Yeah,
I
he
was
did.
kind of late to finding that guy, and I'm semi impressed. I mean, I think he's pretty good.
yeah,
Mhm.
well, he did
a
a lot of debates, research.
Yeah, a no shenanigans kind of guy. He don't put up with shit, you know.
Yeah,
He's kind
But-
of like Nathan Oakley in a lot of ways, really.
well, he was with Nathan Oakley for years, man.
That makes sense.
The last 10 years, actually. And
Yeah,
they're
that makes a lot of
kind of
sense.
in a place where they're falling out with each other. So I don't want to like rub people
Gotcha.
the wrong way. Yeah.
It's all coming around now, Raj. I'm just a little slow.
Well, you weren't. I've been there for the whole thing, so
Yeah. Carrie's in the house.
I see him.
Mr. Skates.
I wonder what Carrie
He
Skates
calls
on.
everyone cunts. If the shoe fits, you know.
Yeah. Well, Nathan
all a
also
bunch
tells
of-
everybody a lot of other things too. He like, how do they taste? He's talking
Okay.
about something about, but he's curved that somewhat. But he goes off the handle quick, dude. Go ahead.
Yeah,
I like it.
yeah.
Well, after
Space
being
cunts.
in this debate so long, I could understand if you're debating this kind of topic on a daily basis, and how much horseshit you get to hear on a regular. Yeah, it would make me kind of mad too.
Yeah, eventually you'll reach a precipice, huh?
I don't know if he's going to reach a precipice. he's a different kind of guy, but it's all part of his persona. I think he does it on purpose, for the most part.
Playing a character.
Yep. Well, he was trained in the theatrical realm, so he actually has a degree in it. He's pretty good at acting, you might say.
Yeah. Oh, Kerry says he was lurking in Witzits briefly, and there's a lot of people still blinded by the vape sit, and that's
Oh,
absolutely
okay.
true, man. It's crazy.
Yeah,
But
yeah, but I mean,
a lot of people aren't either. You know, a lot of people see through his shit.
yeah, it's that cult of personality thing. Once you start to
Mhm.
love somebody and listen to them, you know, you're gonna
Yeah.
buy into whatever they put out.
Yeah.
I tell
I
you
can
what,
relate. I can
yeah,
relate, man. I love those guys, man.
yeah.
Like I said, I'm not gonna take that away from them, you know. But that's what they're there to do, you know. They're there to pull on your heartstrings, gain your trust, and steer you down the wrong road later, you know.
Mhm. Yeah, well,
Just
like
playing a part, man.
we were talking about Nathan Thompson, and
Yeah.
he actually did a debate just recently. He held his own. I mean, he still got the moxie. He can put Globies in their place quick.
Yeah, he's a shill too, dude.
Yeah, ask Ryan about him. He spent time with him.
Say if you guys don't know that he's well, I'm not gonna say it. I'll let you.
No, I'm not going to ask.
I don't know. They're all
Yeah.
shills, man.
I mean, making money off what you love to do is not a bad thing. Don't get me
That is
wrong.
not. That's not what I mean either by a shill.
Yeah, I know what you mean by shilling. Like they'll play both sides of the argument to
Well,
make money
they're
too.
they're
They
we're
can't be
being
trusted.
controlled, you know, by the opposition. It seems to me like all the leaders in our community from the
Yeah,
beginning,
they
you know,
over up somehow. They got blackmailed somehow. They either sent somebody to their house and tricked
or
them.
they were in it on the whole time, dude. You know, there a
Yeah,
lot
yeah.
of people are they have a bargain, dude, and they're holding up their end of it. You know, who
Well,
knows?
know what.
I
I'll
don't
go
know.
with the biggest ones you can think of. Like Jaron would be like my first pick for a shill. If you wanted to know who a true
Yeah.
shill would be. Yeah.
Well,
Orchestrating
when you
themselves.
look at it, like look outside of the flat Earth community, and you can see it's the same playbook. Like they do the same thing with politics: the left, the right. Okay, they have the
Yeah.
good guy, the bad guy. It's the same thing in our own community.
Yeah, and
Leaders
you
that
don't know
aren't
because
they're
they
not who
mingle.
they really say they are, dude.
I hear you.
Yeah,
Yeah.
right.
That's where I'm at. I see it, man.
I've seen it 100 times.
And Carrie's
Like,
got an opinion on everybody. I've talked to Nathan personally just like once. I don't know who he is, you know, other than what I've seen him in debates with.
well, I don't know him, but I've had conversations with him, lots of them. But you know, I consider us friends. So he still did try to sell me some shit that he should have gave me. But anyway,
Is Carrie still over in Austin's thing? Is he still going?
Probably not. He said he was just over there briefly.
We got a
Oh,
guest wanting to come in.
was that
Oh,
recently?
it's Wesley. Well, bye Wesley. Sorry.
See ya,
Yeah.
scumbag,
your face.
space cunt.
No, Wesley's a worm, dude. He tried to get on Slavs by getting Icy Spin to play him on his live stream, and he was trying to get. He was told he couldn't come in. He's been banned from Slavs. So,
Hmm.
and now Icy Spin's banned from Slavs. Well, I wonder why.
Yeah.
Wes is trying to make his name in the flat Earth community, but I mean, if something you don't believe in, why would you do it? You know, it doesn't make any sense to me.
I can never do it. Like if you think that they would do some research, but they don't. It's like
No, they
come on,
do.
Yeah,
man.
it's just all,
They have to confirm their bias, you know, somehow or another.
yeah, I don't know. I
Yeah.
feel like they're just there to distract and divert and, you know, just divide realistically.
Yeah, we're
I
still
think-
considered the underdogs in the world as it goes when it comes to what we think about the Earth. It's still the main consensus that most people don't even look into, that they buy whatever they see on TV, they listen to every bit of the narrative that they're taught in school, and they go along with it. They don't care until they start looking into like flat Earth and other topics. Then they realize that there's so many lies out there. They just it's hard to swallow them all. Nobody should have to go through all that mentally. It's hard to do.
Yeah.
I think it's
I
designed like that. Yeah.
Oh yeah, no doubt about it, man. And I think Carrie's right about Nathan. You know, he did try to make us look like fools 3 different times, and not only that, just recently,
Oh, Nathan
you know,
Thompson.
yeah, he backs what's the dude's name that came up with the that dome that shows a 24-hour sun in the south for the AE
Oh, yeah.
map?
You're talking about Joseph. What's his name?
Yeah, Hanley.
Yeah.
Yeah, you know, he's all chilled out with that guy, and every other word, you know, he keeps going back to Hanley's model. You know, it's like, I know damn well there ain't no 24-hour sun down there. So,
Nope.
Well, but you got
Chill on.
take-
Chill on.
But
Still on.
hear me out. Hear me out. I'm not saying he's right. I'm not saying he's wrong. But you got to think about it. If there is a dome and the dome is shaped like an arch, then there
Sure.
would be some light carried over
It's called
from when
the
sun
coffee
gets to
cup
the
caustic, dude. We get it.
Yeah, but
Well,
you're not
anyway,
gonna
you know,
get,
guess
you're not
what?
gonna get 24
that
hours.
doesn't mean their theory holds water.
No,
I'm just
it'll
saying.
be daylight, not sunlight. You know.
Well, think about this.
Yeah, right. Yeah,
If you're
exactly.
right, if you're right about the
Yeah,
north and
right.
what kind of sunlight it gets during the year, it would be
But it
exactly
would
the
be
same
cool
in
if
the
you went to
south,
some place in
right?
the earth
Exactly.
and suddenly
Yeah.
it was
Right.
lit and it was the sun. That would be trippy, dude. That would
It's
be
not. It's the climate's not even
Hey.
the same.
Have you ever heard one single person ever deny a 24-hour sun in the north?
Nope, I haven't.
Me neither. Me neither. And you know why that is? Because it's documented every year, but yet, the South, it's only really faked twice, and then it was real in 2014.
Really? It wasn't.
Yeah.
Was it real? Oh, okay.
Yeah, yeah,
Flat.
dude.
Yeah. Oh, absolutely. No,
It's a joke,
I
dude.
think they
It's
doctored
ridiculous.
their footage, dude, and that's like Anthony Powell and people like that are out there trying to push the globe model itself, and they're going to make money off of it for science, or whatever you want to call that.
They had technology where they could freeze the ocean on purpose. They could just blockade you from leaving the supposed Earth
Well,
by
you
telling you that.
you can't go down there on your own volition, dude.
I
That's
know, but I'm
really
just saying, what if they have technology that actually makes it freeze so that you can't go past that barrier? Like, what if there is another sun? Like, I don't know. Like,
I think you're giving them too much credit, dude. I don't think they
Yeah.
get that kind of credit.
I'm just saying that. But there's got to be some truth to some of it, right? Because some of it seems to fit together. I don't know. I just think
It doesn't
when
fit
you find
together
something
in my head, dude. It really don't.
Negative. Ghost
Yeah.
Rider.
Yeah. Even the nautical almanacs show greater distances in the southern oceans, even to this day.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, all observation proves that.
That's why it's off limits, dude. That's why you can't go sailing around anywhere you want to. I promise you.
Yes.
Go try it. Yeah.
Seasons are pretty good evidence of it as well.
Yep.
Just throwing that out there.
All
But
right,
I
so
don't even know. I don't know how authentic seasons are anymore either. I question everything, man. I don't know.
all right. So I
This
wanted to look
season-
at
Go ahead.
something right quick. Yeah. So I found a little short on X. They sent it my way. Let's see. Let's share it. This is debunking gravity, and this is a guy in an airplane. You should check this one out. That was cool, wasn't it?
That was crazy.
I know. You can do that in an airplane.
Yeah,
That
I
was a
think
demonstration.
was that
Where was-
China or Japan that had the water incident up there where it stayed in the cup. Was that Japan or China?
China.
Yeah.
Chinese. Yeah, we looked at the full video even from NASA, and I mean, if they're doing moves like that in the air, they could pull stuff like that off easy.
Oh,
I think
yeah.
they got better at their tricks, dude. That's really what it is.
Yeah. I don't know. I think they screw up on purpose, dude. I don't know.
Good
It's
question.
all mockery.
Nobody's, even the normies aren't even taking Artemis serious. Only the fanatics are actually like the globe heads, the anti-flat earthers are like, oh, you gotta check this out. We're having a debate tomorrow about the photos from there on Flash's channel. They got 4 or 5 globe heads want to come over, show us the photos, like we haven't been looking at them.
Yeah.
What do you think of Artemis, right quick, JJ? While we're on the topic,
I think it's demonic, and these people literally worship the devil, and it's all a religion. It has
Yeah.
nothing to do with science at all.
Nope.
And it's fake as fuck.
yeah, there you go. You heard it from the horse's mouth.
Well said, folks. Wise words being quoted.
Well, we got you on record for that one, JJ.
Cool,
Try to
man.
get out of it. I didn't say that. No, you're not. You'll never back off anything you put out there. I know you.
Nah. Hey,
No reason to.
that's one thing about being human, dude. We're fallible, and we're wrong sometimes. And being able to
Absolutely.
admit that is is normal to me. I don't know why people, are so uncomfortable with being a human being.
That's a good question.
I
Yeah.
guess ego
You can't
gets in
be.
the way. I guess I'd rather be wrong on my own accord, than be wrong for my whole life on somebody else's.
Yeah, I got you. So I was going to take a look at Al Baruni. So I went and looked up Al Baruni, and they have several different stories to go with them. Have you ever heard of Al Baruni before? I'm pretty sure you have, JJ. Have you?
That don't ring a
He's the one
bell.
who
Oh,
invented the camera.
he's the guy who first supposedly measured the curve of the Earth.
Yeah, and that don't ring a bell.
I know. Ding. What
He
was
actually found the curve, huh?
Oh well, he pre-assumed his measurement, but that we've checked, had a few mathematicians check into it, and the radius that he projected was wrong because he didn't understand refraction as well as we do now.
Oh boy.
Yeah, I know. One of the three words that hold their world together that you can't really show. And true refraction comes from Snell's law, and that means a change in medium. I don't think there's a change in medium between us and the sun somehow or another. There may be something that I don't know about, but it doesn't prove a radius value of the Earth.
It's just a cop out, is all it is. It's a scapegoat.
Yeah. Well, they developed
That's all
celestial
they got.
refraction. They got two different ones, and what they did is they measured from the presupposed center of the Earth, and they made the refraction go with that same, and they made a ball outside of a ball. So you have terrestrial refraction on the inside of this ball, or where we live, and on the outside they have a celestial refraction that happens, and that's what they put into their math. That's all it is. But once you work, yeah,
don't forget about the elusive refraction.
the elusive refraction.
Yeah, that's legit.
Okay.
It's elusive as shit, dude.
Yeah, it doesn't work on some days, so that's why I like the black swans, especially the good ones, the long range ones. They'll scream refraction until the cows come home with that shit too. But you're actually looking at that object. I promise you, it's not refracted over a curve. But they believe it, so. But we can actually take linear measurements and find out that it's at distance, and this is what we're looking at. You can probably walk there, and I keep you on camera the whole time. I guess you're refracted over the curve the whole time you're walking too. I don't know.
It's funny. I'm no genius, dude, but when I've seen refraction videos where, like, a guy standing in a pool and it looks like his legs are over here, or you put a pencil in a cup and it bends down, but it's like I've never seen refraction take something up 40 miles and put it on the horizon as if the Earth was flat. That's weird.
That is weird.
That's weird. I didn't even know it worked like that.
I think Cookie ran out of a stream or whatever. But I mean, I've looked into these videos, but nothing really says a lot about Al Baruni personally. They say he's at the cradle of civilization, supposedly, and they'll tell you he was one of the first people to discover gravity. Look at these shorts for a second. But I mean, they don't go into details with it. They don't really cover any details about his life or his work. And most of all the writings he did was in like Aramaic, and I don't read Aramaic.
Yeah, all the historians are, lies, man. That's all. Yeah. None of these people are real. They're actors, and they're just playing a part, man.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, but this one man's accredited for the genius of measuring this, measuring that. Like here it says the radius of the Earth was discovered by Al Baruni. Let's see. He's a father of gravity. He discovered, he's a real discoverer of gravity. Oh, God. I think Wes is trying to get back in again.
He's the idiot that should be held accountable then, right?
Yes, he should be. But I mean,
because the globe has been falsified, you know. So if this guy found the curve somehow and it's been falsified, well, obviously he was wrong.
Yeah.
So shout out to Jono. Jono in the house.
Hey, Jono.
Yes, sir.
How you doing?
Big salute.
So they're going to come defend Al Baruni. All the chills are coming into Backstream now. I don't think anybody else is going to join us except them. So, you got to hear their side of the story right quick. Well, we can judge what we didn't ask them for their side of the story. Did you? No.
Nah, it's a broken record anyway. I mean, like, you can't tell me what their story is going to be, even if you haven't heard it yet.
I know. We know
We
what
know
we've
their
heard it all
story.
before, dude. We really have.
It's blah blah blah. Regurgitate. Blah!
Yeah. So I'm going to close the Google Meets for now. Bye, guys.
See ya.
Yeah, I'm just
Space
getting
cunts.
tired of hearing the doorbell ring. It actually has a ding dong. So I was going to look at some of these shorts, and then we'll start digging into what they actually claim he did. He actually used trigonometry to do all this stuff. Not calculus, no spherical geometry, but he somehow with trigonometry and sea level, which they're changing the axioms. It's trying to do like sea level is now curved at a rate at 9.8 meters per second squared, stuff like that. I think we should look at some of these shorts right quick and just you'll get a feel for it.
Let's do it.
And then you know how to do. We'll go into his trigonometry, I guess.
How could an 11th century scientist calculate the size of the Earth without satellites or modern technology? Al-Biruni was an 11th century Muslim scientist who was an expert in astronomy, mathematics, and geography. He calculated the radius of the Earth accurately and wrote many scientific works, including on Indian culture. Al-Biruni is known as a pioneer of the modern scientific method. How could an 11th century scientist calculate the size of the Earth without...
Okay, now I've been looking through this, and none of these videos seem to have, like, how did he calculate the Earth? They didn't.
Hey.
They don't break that down.
Don't worry about it, dude.
Well, I'm going to look through a couple of these and see if they
I know,
say,
I just played you, Rod.
don't worry about it. Well, yeah, but I mean, I'm just wondering if any of these videos break it down, though.
You're not supposed to think that deep, just buy the bite
story?
the hook, dude.
Yeah.
Just take the bait.
Yeah, well, there's some here with some mathematical equations here, like this one. He was a medieval Einstein. Now, let's see what this is.
More like medieval Epstein.
Epstein.
What if I told you that over 1,000 years ago, a man calculated the Earth's circumference with an accuracy that wouldn't be matched for centuries? Al-Biruni. The medieval genius you've probably never heard of, but absolutely should have.
Okay.
Born in 973 CE in what's now Uzbekistan, Abu Rayhan al-Biruni wasn't just a scientist. He was the scientist. While Europe was in the Dark Ages, this Persian polymath was revolutionizing how we understand our world. Today we're diving into
question for you. What is polymath? Multiple maths? Is that what it is? Like polygods, polymath?
I thought it was some type of amphetamine.
It could be.
Hey, look at me. I am science now. I am science now.
Oh, okay. All right. Let's see what else they got to say about this cornball. All right.
Incredible life of a man who mastered astronomy, mathematics, geography, anthropology.
Okay, now geography. Now, geography is all done on a planar system, right?
Roger. When are you going to learn, man?
When am I going to learn what?
We live on a spinning ball of water hurling through space at 66,000 miles an hour, dude.
Yeah. So, I mean, like, you go out, you level all your tools as best you can to one level, and you map out a section of Earth, and you actually make landmarks. You find out distances to these places. That's geography, man.
Right.
Yeah.
Flat.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, science.
I get you, man.
Math.
I use levels on a regular, and I know how important it is and what it consists of, and it's there's damn sure only one level, and it doesn't go around in a circle.
Do you know about the what is it, the 6-4 5 rule or whatever it is, where you when you square a room, you take a square? Yeah. Okay.
I thought
that works. It makes it level, doesn't it?
Yeah, you make it square. You can find square in the middle of a room.
Yeah, easy. But I mean, that has to curve at some point, right?
Negative, Ghost Rider.
It would look weird if you didn't have them square, wouldn't it?
Yeah, you probably end up eating whatever job you're doing. It's called failure because
they'd fire your ass.
Yeah, it's not going to turn out well. I can tell you that.
Yeah. So I mean, if you have to build everything square and level in the real world, where would you actually find the curve? And
NASA.
no, yeah. you
Economy,
gotta,
dude.
you gotta take NASA like their god, though, right? You gotta treat them that way, whatever they say. So
Yeah. Pass the collection plate, bro.
No, yeah. Oh yeah. From we figured out how much we're making. They're making $80 a year off every individual in America. So, how much money is that on a year? Figure how
A
many.
lot.
What's the said populace of the United States? What, 6 billion or something?
There's like 7 or 8 billion in the world.
Okay, that's the world. Okay, what about the U.S.? Let's look that up right quick.
Yeah, I don't believe any of their numbers, but I'll fancy the entertainment.
Should I look up the census on it?
You can. I think they're all full of shit, though. I don't believe their numbers, man. If their mouths are moving, they're lying, boy. They're lying. They even admit that they lie about their numbers, so they look more of a threat to their enemies.
I get
which,
you. Yeah.
Which I don't buy that either. But hey, lies on top of lies equal truth.
So they got a meter that tells you the populace of the United States. Let's check it out.
320 million, says David Koresh.
The today's note is 348, 710, 145. So let's times that times $80 a year.
Oh boy!
And guess what ad pops up with this? I get a telescope ad. That's weird, dude. Why do I need? If I'm looking at the population of the United States, and along beside it comes a telescope ad. Weird. I wonder if they're connected somehow.
Yeah, I mean, doesn't it seem funny how like the Georgia Guidestones were talking about 500 million, right? But yet, do you honestly think there's 6 to 8 billion people? I think they'd probably have it a little bit closer to that number than you would think. Maybe not close, but like, I don't know. I don't think it'd be that far off.
Yeah. So I think what Alberuni did was how there's what you call a drop over distance. Like let's say you're looking for a dip correction, right? So you're on top of a mountain. He measured the mountain itself from the go. This is how his radius test went. He went to the sea, got a level at the sea, and measured the height to that mountain, calculated that, and then he went to the top of the mountain and he pre-assumed what the radius of a sphere would be. He gave a number and he calculated that number from that. But his dip correction to the sea is what he found. But he made that assumption that was the curve of the Earth, because I guess he thought the mountain was the top of a sphere to begin with. I'm gonna figure out this math though.
That's how it's done, man. That's how it's done.
Is it? But I mean, when you go out to sea, when they actually are at port, they figure out their dip correction, their height above the sea, to get their calculations at sea to find their GP, their ground position. Yeah. That's how it's done.
How about demonstrating water convexing, a large body of water convexing at its surface at rest?
Yeah, I can show you a Nat Geo video that says that doesn't happen.
I'm certain it doesn't. It's never been observed, but yet they're going to measure a curve when it doesn't curve ever. There's never been any observation of it.
No. And we can show this with the datum. Actually, that's what datums are for, to get an average, right? Across the sea, across large bodies of water, they have a datum. And I mean, if these bodies of water are still, that's what, if they wouldn't have to do this, but there are forces acting on the body of water, like wind, heat, cold. There's rivers flowing into them. There's constant fluctuation due to what they call tides. What they want to subscribe the moon to that, but that's been disproven already. The moon's not the complete antithesis of tides. I say. So I'm going to leave out. Well, I'm trying to put in the rest of this, the 156 part. Let's see. Let's times that times 80, right? $80 a year. We'll see how much money NASA's making off your taxes this year.
Ain't making out my taxes unless you're counting the local taxes I pay for gasoline and shit.
Oh no, you don't pay federal taxes or state taxes?
No.
Well, they're not getting any money out of your ass.
No, sir.
You should buy a NASA T-shirt just to make yourself feel better. You're contributing. You know,
Yeah.
they get
Well,
27 million.
is that all?
Oh yeah, well a little bit more. Probably I'd round it up to probably 30 million a year off of the taxpayer alone, and that's every year.
I thought it was like 20 billion a year.
Well, yeah, this is what gets taxed out of the people. They have a budget of I think 28 million a year.
Huh. Because I thought they were getting like 60, 80 million a day, which is like 20 billion a year.
That's a good question.
That's what I thought. I've always thought it was in that range.
Well, we were just figuring out like what they claim with the percentage they take out of taxes for NASA out of the individual, and that's what we figured out. It was $80 a year. So that rate, that's what they take out of your taxes, but they have a budget that's a lot higher than that. Last year, I think their budget was 28.5. I think it was billion. Yeah, and so I mean they're getting just money printed out of nothing, or people are donating to NASA. They do GoFundMe's all the time, and people donate to them on a regular. I would love to see their books, dude.
Yeah, how does any of it make sense, right? Like we're allegedly, they're always lying and inflating the numbers or deflating the numbers, whatever fits the narrative best. But like they claim we're, 30, 40, what is it, $1 trillion in debt, which means probably more like 100 trillion. But regardless, how can you be in that kind of debt and continuously getting worse, but constantly send foreign aid? We pay for all of, what is it, the climate hoax, and what is that thing called, the whole fucking organization that runs the climate bullshit? Oh, the Paris Accord.
EPA.
Yeah, to all of it. United States allegedly pays more than anybody, right? We're sending people into space, right, and giving bullshit. Like how do we afford that, right? Like how do we afford this?
You brought up a good question in my head. How much does the government spend yearly on stuff? That's what I want to ask next. So, what is the federal budget for the year? So, I'm going to look that up. So, all that money's got to be accounted for, and I'm pretty sure it is somehow or another.
I mean, we're allegedly in the middle of a war, and that's the time to send astronauts to space.
Oh yeah, of course, man. That's when nobody's paying attention.
Right. We got enough distractions,
The Iranian war, they've been escalating immigrant deportation. They're implementing ICE and all these other policies. So all this, like the eye candy with NASA and everything else, is just to keep you distracted while they just run to the bank with it again. And when they overdo the budget again, they can declare bankruptcy and bail out all the banks that are supporting all these projects. See how much they get for a year. So we'll see what the Fed makes in a year. I guarantee you that they're going to look at me like, why is he looking this stuff up?
Yeah, I was told that taxes were voluntary, man. Mandatory donations.
Well, now you're a 14th Amendment citizen. You know that, right?
14th Amendment?
Yes. You know what the 14th Amendment is, right?
But what is it?
Oh, it guarantees servitude. In other words, they made it for the African slaves in America, but it's also included in your Social Security and everything else. It was amended to the Constitution, so they created you a legal fiction. You've heard of this?
Yeah.
Have you read Black's Law Dictionary?
No,
I read some of it. Yeah.
I haven't read it.
Well, I think it's a good read. It's worth it. There's a couple other ones. There's Blackstone's. His law dictionary is really good. We've been talking about it over on Ryan's. They want my information, JJ. I don't want to give them my information.
They already got it.
Asking a question about the federal budget.
If they want it, they'll get it.
Yeah, they already have it, dude.
That's what I'm saying, dude. They already got it. They're just seeing whether or not you're willing to give it.
Yeah. See how compliant you are.
That's right.
They're giving me a
fails.
phone number to call too if I want to know about the federal budget. They're not like volunteering, like, oh, this is what we spend in a year. I think they have an endless budget from what it looks like.
Well, yeah,
Well,
money's fake, dude. I think money's an illusion, dude. I think it's made for the slaves, us,
yeah,
and they
that's
get.
what I was saying.
Yeah, I think that once they make the deals, dude, and they get fame and fortune for selling their souls, so they don't have to worry about running out of money. They pretend like they run out of money, but I don't think they do.
Yeah. Crashes is here. Hey, Crashes. He's saying it's all a Fugazi.
Yeah.
It's a woozy wazy, flecky, scary, dusty. I'm just rhyming this stuff.
Yeah.
They don't use
I
money,
agree.
no, but they make the illusion like you have to clamor for that dollar bill.
Yeah.
Like, and they put pressure on you if you don't pay your bills. They'll come
Oh,
get
yeah.
you. Dude. Yeah.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
No, we went down a rabbit hole.
And they also want to, convince us that it's actually has value. There's nothing backing a piece of paper, dude. Nothing. And it's not federal and it's not reserve, yet it's called the Federal Reserve.
Yeah, it's not even federal. What are you talking
What the
about?
fuck? Like that doesn't open anybody's eyes, like hello?
Yeah, it's a monopoly game, and whoever's got the most of it at the end wins, right? Is that what it is?
Yeah, pretty much. We're just we got, dude, and we're gonna continue to get got.
Yeah.
Just
So
the way it's written, man.
I'm going to break the rules. I'm going to ask Siri. Ready? Hey, Siri, what was the federal budget for last year?
Okay, I found this on the web for what was the federal budget for last year. Check it out.
Okay, so I got to look. The U.S. Treasury Department. Let's see. I'm using AI.
Shout out to Lev and Crashes, by the way.
Hey, Liv, how you doing? Oh,
and
my
Mr.
God.
Lord Racer himself. The one, the only.
You want to know what it is? Check this out. $3.10 trillion.
Shillion.
Yeah. Nobody can't try counting to a trillion. JJ, go for it.
One.
All right. We'll be here waiting for you 5 years from now.
Skip a few. 99 a shillion.
Yeah, that's something like that. It's incredible numbers that nobody will ever be able to meet. Now let's get back to Albert. Speaking of numbers.
Yeah, that's what they do with the sky too. They do the same thing. It's just the same playbook. They get numbers so unfathomable that you wouldn't dare touch it with a 10-foot pole.
They don't touch it. They just put these numbers so they're unreachable.
Yeah.
Really.
Yeah, the only thing you can say is, "Whoa, holy shit!"
Pump the
That's
brakes.
a big number. That's a real number.
It's a real number. But with these numbers, they're all referenced to a plane of reference, not just a tangent. They're all drawn out, mapped out, scaled out on a plane of reference. Even Einstein stuff, they're all done that way. So they have to have a flat Earth more than we do, even to do all this mathematics, these gymnastics. And by shortening the radius of the Earth and putting a Cartesian grid that's smaller than it actually is, and put that outer limit off limits, there's no way of discovery. Even if you use their charts and maps, especially in GPS, and if you try to step outside those bounds, you're fucked. Anyways, where are the guns, Nathan?
Much more.
Yeah.
They got them.
Well, they got 'em.
Picture this. Medieval Khwarezm, a bustling center of learning along the Silk Road.
The Silk Road.
Young Biruni grew up surrounded by scholars, traders, and ideas flowing between East and West. By his 20s, he was already making astronomical observations that would put modern scientists to shame.
Oh, show us them.
But here's where it gets crazy. Political turmoil forced him to flee his homeland.
Oh, no.
What could have been a career-ending
Asylum.
disaster became the making of a legend. But Biruni wasn't done yet.
He wasn't.
While others were focused on conquest, Biruni was fascinated by Indian civilization. The result? Kitab-el-Hind, the most comprehensive study of Indian culture written by an outsider in the medieval
Okay,
period.
so what does that got to do with the radius of the Earth? I'm just going to ask you a question.
That's a good question.
Indian culture. Okay, so he's an expert on Indian culture. So we're going to chapter 2, and we can see a map. So what the Muslims did, like especially their cartographers and stuff, they were actually taking the flat maps and they were wrapping it around the sphere, kind of to a point. They didn't completely do it, and it was never finished. The globe was never actually put together in full until modern times, what they call the globe. But it's all put on a flat map to begin with, and they press it onto a sphere, and then they roll it out into a cylinder, and they make another map out of it, which distorts all the measurements that they actually did to get the map to begin with. So it throws everybody off, literally, by distorting the map that they actually did originally. So if you went out and mapped something, right? You've seen maps, right? You've seen how they're done. They're done on a flat surface. They have a plane grid they work with. That's the way a mapping's done. And if you wrap that map around the sphere, stretch it out, and roll it onto a cylinder,
It distorts.
it distorts it. It actually elongates it to begin with, and then it stretches it out on the cylinder.
Hence why they got to prevent people from traveling to certain areas and validating that it's not what they claim.
Yeah. So you just stay on your ball. But I mean, there are people who actually believe the science that they put out, which isn't really science.
Scientism.
So let them go with it. I mean, if you want to believe it, but I mean, if you look into the topic, and you'll find out that a lot of the science has never been validated, or it's not even the real method to find out a cause and effect relationship between two things.
I like to call it sophistry.
No, yeah. Well, that's the way debates or any of these communications are done, and even their peer review papers are even written that way on purpose. Mm-hmm. It's like nudge, nudge, wink, wink. You're part of the group. Don't step out of it. You will never go anywhere. Yeah, but it does give like the upper class quite an edge if you know if they know where they live and you don't.
Yeah.
Yeah, makes you ignorant, dude. It really does.
Yeah, it does. Yeah. By design.
I'm glad I looked into it. I am. I don't regret it. I regret the backlash I get from it. I don't see why there should be, but I understand they do have a control system, and this is part of it, very much so. Oh, what did it say is who beat Columbus by centuries? Okay, so this guy was ahead of Columbus. We'll see how he got ahead of Columbus, supposedly. Have you heard the history of Columbus, the true history? I think he was exiled out of Spain. I think they kicked him
out. Yeah, I don't know, man. I don't trust none of it. They're all just story time to me.
It is. You can't prove any of it.
Right. And at the end of the day, Raj, we got to go back to what is credible, who is credible, and why credibility is important. It's imperative, dude. You don't trust liars if you've been lied to, and these people are compulsive freaking liars, dude. And they tell lies on both sides. They'll tell lies that you want to hear that fit your narrative. They play both freaking sides, man. And they tell you both sides of the story, and half of it is the damn truth. That's what's disgusting.
You got to fish through half of it to get to the truth, right, JJ?
Yeah, that's why it's important to use your God-given ability to discern, because the truth is out there, dude.
It is.
They tell you it all the time, but it's usually the good cop. You know what I'm saying? He's still in on it, dude. He's not the guy that you don't trust no one, but there's people out there that play the part of the trusted one on our sides.
There's protagonists, antagonists, and all genres, dude, and they're all in on it. It's all scripted. Yeah, that's what you're saying.
Yeah. Yeah. I'm a broken record too, man.
I mean, you got to stick to your guns, man. But with Columbus, I was going to say they changed his story from he brought disease over and killed off all these Indians and enslaved them, but he was a hero back when I was growing up. He sailed the ocean blue and he found America, the first person ever. And then you start looking into that. No, he wasn't the first people to find America. There were people here.
Yeah. It's all ridiculous. Everything. I mean, I can't even. I don't believe the Indians were here. I don't know, man. I don't even know who those people are or what are they? Are they like the Tartarians? I don't freaking know. I don't know, and I don't believe what I've been told. That's for sure, because that is not a creditable source. We got to get that through our damn heads.
Yeah, you've heard it said, and I know everybody's heard it said it's his story.
Yeah.
So I mean,
His story.
his story is probably half fiction mixed in with a little bit of truth here and there. But we've even caught him lying in modern times, so they're spinning history all the time.
Right.
They create wars, they control nations, the most powerful people in the world do. And you can't fight it. Why would you want to? For one, but
Yeah,
point
there's
it,
nothing that we could do at the end of the day physically. That's why it becomes a spiritual battle. You know, these are just the meat suits that we live in hell with.
well,
Apparently,
they have meat suits too. You know, they're mortal just like the rest of us.
some of them might not be, man. I don't know. I never thought I'd think that, but I don't know. I have a feeling that it's possible. I'm not going to take it off the table that some of these fuckers are probably fallen angels, man. You know, and
Yeah,
they mated with the women of men. You know, like the Bible says, but because that's also biblical. It tells you there as well. But
well,
I don't
David, don't try the gefilte fish. Whatever you do,
know.
he wants some bagels and lox to go with his herring. Yeah.
What the
Let's
heck
get
is
back.
that?
These are kosher foods.
Ah,
Never had them. Neither have I.
no.
I hear about them, but I never had any. I've had herring once, I think. They pickle it sometimes, or mostly can it. Though. Now let's see what chapter 2 is about. The Earth measurement. Here we go.
He basically invented the scientific method 400 years before Francis Bacon.
Let's see it.
If you've ever done a science fair project, you're following in Al-Biruni's footsteps.
Are we?
But his revolutionary thinking didn't stop there. In the angle to the horizon to calculate the Earth's curvature, a technique still taught in geometry today.
What's that?
Here's Al-Biruni's most mind-blowing achievement. Imagine measuring the Earth with nothing but math, a mountain, and your own eyes, no satellites, no GPS, and made astronomical observations so accurate they were used by scientists centuries later. Biruni was operating on a completely different level, but his greatest adventure was yet to come.
What could that be?
Using trigonometry and brilliant observation, he measured Earth's circumference.
Oh, let's see how
His method: climbed a mountain, measured its height, observed the horizon angle, then used the height of the mountain his result.
And let's go to that horizon. Is that horizon level?
I think he used his imagination as a measuring utensil.
Yeah. They don't rate. I want to see him walk us through how he got to this imaginary circumference. Let's get there. 24,900. Okay.
Where'd the one go? 24,901.
Yeah.
They forgot a mile, dude.
Oh yeah, but he was so close when he did it with his eyeball.
Oh yeah, you know, good guesstimation anyway.
So this is actually no proof of nothing. Good God.
24,900 miles. The actual circumference? 24,901 miles.
Oh, there's that 1 mile. Oh,
There it
yeah,
That's a 99.96% accuracy rate using medieval tools.
Can we
Compare that to Columbus, who was off by 25% and accidentally discovered America because of his bad math.
Oh, really?
His methodological approach helped lay the groundwork for the scientific revolution.
Oh, yeah.
While his contemporary Ibn Sina became famous in the West, Biruni remained largely unknown outside scholarly circles. Next time someone tells you that scientific thinking is a modern invention, remember Al-Biruni? The man who measured the earth with a mountain and showed us that knowledge has no borders. In an age of conflict and superstition, he chose evidence over ideology. Understand.
What do you see there?
I think he needs to use his trigonometry to show that sun is local.
Yeah, I think so too. I mean, that looks like a local sun to me. I'm just throwing it.
It looks a little crepuscular.
Yeah. Even when you get up higher in altitude at level, the angle to the celestials does not change. And they can't explain that on a sphere because it wouldn't work on a sphere because the higher you got above it, you would actually have to change angles because the center of the earth comes out at an angle. Do you understand what I'm saying?
I do.
Yeah. So this is all horseshit. But
yeah. And explain hot spots. You know, how do you get a hot spot from a 90 million mile away source?
Well, it could be any distance as long as it suits their purpose, and what it
Yeah.
suits their purposes in creating the spherical grid system that they call the globe. And they tell you about it, you're on it, but it's all measured flat. So sad story, but it doesn't confirm anything at all. And I'm not looking to know what the distance of the sun is, but there are people that are better with math that actually, even Alan, he's saying that it could be around 8,000 miles from the surface. He's trying to get a good average on it. The only way to test it is to go around the Earth and actually take that same measurement follow the sun's path with it. You'll actually probably get a solid.
I happen to think it's probably a lot easier than they make out. You know, like it wouldn't be that hard. I wouldn't think. I might just be dumb and ignorant, dumb flurf kind of thing. You know,
Yeah.
But to me, it's like I don't know why you can't just triangulate that and easily find the
height of it.
Yeah. They don't seem like it would even be difficult. They do shit all the time and reach and presuppose all this shit, but they can't just be honest about that.
Probably the simpler equations are probably really the answer. They probably complicate it on purpose, so it makes and they'll call you stupid.
Exactly. I agree. I think that is the case.
Oh yeah. Peter W.
I don't think it'd be hard to figure it out. I really don't.
Me neither.
It ain't that damn far. It's right there, man.
No, you can see it. And those are incredible distances they always hand out. I think that it's magnified to a point because of just the atmos conditions, and maybe there is a barrier between us and the luminaries that I don't know about. From what I can see, there might be one. I can't say there is for sure. I can't go, oh yeah, I know this for a fact. You know,
right? But at least you're honest about that. You know, they can't even do that. They can't just be like, well, we really don't know. Have you ever heard NASA say that?
Yeah.
we don't know, man.
No.
That don't happen.
No. And like even with the proponents, like the trolls, they'll tell you like, well, we know this because we sent a satellite there, or we actually bounced radar off of it. But I heard IC Spin say this the other day, like we bounced radar off the sun, but we really didn't bounce radar off the sun. But the thing is, for a gas to have a surface, it has to be like a solid. You know, it doesn't work like that.
Does he got a mouse? Does he have a mouse in his pocket? Because like we did this, we did that. Like,
yeah,
you didn't do shit, bro. You didn't do nothing but regurgitate a bunch of lies.
Yeah, consensus
you ain't
papers.
Bouncing shit off of it.
Yeah, I know.
It's just a light in the sky, man. Go bounce something off the light in front of your face, and it don't work like that.
No.
It's just a light, man. It's a light in the sky, luminary.
Yeah, don't know what it is.
I don't think it's physical though, but I don't know either. You know, I don't. Yeah. I'm not going to claim that I do.
Yeah, the best way to do it is start researching this yourself. Probably, and maybe we need to go back to exploring the world instead of just accepting what we're told about it.
Yeah.
Just say
I'm gonna end up dropping here. I don't know. I got 6% battery, and I got it plugged in and charging, but it's just dying.
Because you're using Restream, that's why it's taking a lot of data, man.
Yeah, but I got 6%, baby.
You haven't got kicked out yet, and you're on your phone. You got a good phone, JJ.
Yeah, it's doing all right. This is the first time I ever actually even used it to go on a stream.
Cool. Well, this is an inaugural voyage for you on your cell phone.
Yeah.
Christen it the Captain JJ.
That's right.
We haven't had anybody in chat so far. Nobody's over here trolling. That's weird.
That's because you kicked them all off of Google Meets.
No, they weren't doing it when I had them in the back earlier. I had like 3 or 4 of them back there.
Right.
Yeah. I'll put the Google Meets back up in about 10 minutes. But I mean, that's for people who have actual questions, who want to actually figure the shit out and not just believe what you're told.
Well, none of those guys fit that criteria.
Nah. How do you think I got into this topic? I didn't just jump into like feet first. A lot of people like, this can't be real. This can't be true because I was taught this and this and this and this. And when you look into the facts of it, you find out that they don't really have any proof or evidence of what they're talking about.
Yeah, that's an eye opener when you get to the realization that that's actually the case.
Yeah, and having an inquisitive mind is not a bad thing. I don't think. I think God gave us that on purpose.
Yeah,
keep
It's
sharp.
important, you don't use it, you lose it, and they got us in a place of complacency and ignorant to where you're literally being dumbed down constantly.
Oh yeah.
Same with our children, they're born being dumbed down, and it's a crime against humanity, man, to say the least.
Yeah. Well, I was always kind of a rebel in a weird way. I've always
You were a
asked
rebel?
questions. Yeah.
Yeah.
But I don't have a clue anymore.
Yeah,
I'm
you
quoting
lost
Tom
it, man.
Petty.
You
I'm
had
a
it, and you
rebel.
lost it.
I know. But if you don't use it, you lose it. I can testify that on many different levels, dude.
That goes with
That's
anything,
Yeah.
Just like your muscles, if you don't use them, you won't be walking for very long if you don't, use those muscles.
Your legs will shrivel up, man. They literally
Exactly.
really will. Yeah.
Your brain's no different, man. If you don't exercise it, it goes to shit. It gets weak, and it's like a muscle, dude. In my opinion,
Yeah, I
I'm
agree
no
with
brain surgeon.
you. You're not a brain rocket scientist.
Yeah, that thing.
It's not rocket science. It's not brain surgery. What is it?
It's a rocket appliances.
Oh, okay. Rocket refrigeration. Oh, did you
Yeah,
hear
that's right.
about the ventilation system on the shitter on the so-called Artemis?
I think it backed up, and all those screws that dropped down there came out.
Nah, this is what happened, JJ. It froze up. In other words, the vent actually froze solid. So they have no ventilation system in the shitter.
Yeah, cool story, bro.
Yeah. Well, there's an emergency on the ISS station, and I've heard this said several times, but it's been averted, or you never hear anything about it after that. They had a micro meteor hit the ISS station, but you never hear what happened after that. That's it.
Yeah, it bounced off, man.
Oh, of course.
They
Or
got
Don
good
Pettit was there
engineering
with
on that
some-
thing.
Yeah.
There's a lot of good engineering goes into the ISS. The best.
NASA has a 12 FX studios or so. Why does the space agency need an FX studio?
Well, if I told you, I'd have to kill you,
Oh, okay.
and you wouldn't understand anyway. Even if I did, you're just a
Damn.
conspiratorial flirt.
Oh, okay. That's what it is. All right.
Yeah.
Well, I'll keep that up.
Yeah. Just ask a Glober, dude. They'll tell you.
Yeah. I had a guy ask me this, like, how do you think they got 3D shots from the Artemis for the moon? I'm like, I don't know. They probably have a rendering software and a studio system where they can actually make it look real. I don't know. It could have been something like that.
Yeah. No way.
Yeah. With that kind of budget, they could have anything they wanted, dude.
Talk about, fallacy land and just, false dilemmas, like just acting like there's only one possibility or something,
Yeah.
It's like, it's just fallacious, man. Just get over the fallacies, guys.
We've caught them in so many things so far. So what makes you think they're not doing it this time?
Yeah, it cracks me up with NASA too. It's like, going to space is pretty adult thing, right? Like it's not like a child's play, right? Like why do they always treat us like children and bring out the toys every time they go to space?
Yeah, that's a good question. Ain't it?
Why don't you just act like a freaking adult when you go there?
They're trying to trigger those emotions you had going, third grade class and seeing that solar system for the first time. You
got to keep the kids convinced because they know damn well they can't convince us. So
yeah, well, we've looked into it. That's the problem.
Yeah, we question their authority.
Nah, I don't believe in their authority. Let's put it that way.
Yeah. I'm down to 2% homes. I'm just letting you know.
All right,
I'll probably just get kicked out of nowhere. I'm gonna stay on until I get booted.
Well, we'll see how long that lasts. Let's time it. All right, let's get back to
10 minutes
to understanding the rest of whatever the hell this is. Al Biruni.
Over judgment.
Chapter 3.
Al Biruni.
And the Indian expedition.
There's more. When Sultan Mahmud of Ghazni invaded India, Biruni tagged along, not as a warrior, but as a scholar. He spent years learning Sanskrit, studying Hindu and Buddhist texts, and interviewing local scholars. What makes this incredible is his approach. Instead of judging, he observed. Instead of dismissing, he tried to understand.
How do you know this?
Well documented, man.
Oh, okay.
Al-Biruni didn't just study the world, he revolutionized how to study it.
Good
He
idea.
insisted on direct observation over ancient texts, mathematical proof over philosophical argument,
Good call.
cultural understanding over prejudice.
Mathematics proves
He
it.
calculated the speed
How
of
you
light being
quantify it,
faster than
things.
sound, determined that the Indus Valley had once been underwater.
No way.
His works covered
Wait a
everything from
minute.
the Medutic canon on astronomy
So
to the book.
if that was underwater in like other regions in the world, do you think that would constitute like this huge flood? Maybe.
Perhaps.
You ever heard of this place? Yeah. Weird. So he didn't confirm any of pseudoscience's claims. There's, I don't think they claim a flood at all, do they?
Probably not. That's too
No.
biblical.
Yeah.
That's too godly.
I don't hear anything in like their ancient history. Like they have like an asteroid hitting the earth, killing off dinosaurs. They never mention the Great Deluge and anything. The only the biblical and the scholar text from every culture mention this some reason, but modern science doesn't make a claim on it.
Yeah, you know, the moon's a chunk of Earth as well, you know.
Well, no, their story now is Theia became the moon. It deposited a molten iron core in Earth.
Oh, they changed their story, huh?
Yeah, well, they've been changing their story since they've had one. But that's why they're so wishy-washy. Science doesn't prove things. We're discovering new things, and it changes everything all the time.
The never-ending story.
Yes, you're getting it.
Atreyu!
Hey, dude.
Valcor!
That was a good movie, though.
The Luck Dragon, man.
I love the mountain. It's one of those.
These hands used to be big, strong hands until they're nothing. Get you.
Yeah, that movie has as much validity as modern science does. I'm telling you.
Yeah.
It's a Hollywood production. Welcome to NASA.
Book of precious stones on geology, plus pharmacology, calendar systems, and the phases of the moon.
Ooh.
We're talking about 120 books.
Dude, we've had the phases of the moon figured out for a long time. The solar cycle shows the phases of the moon and the sun, where it's going to be. That's just predicting. That's not science. None of this has anything to do with science at all. There's no scientific. There's just observations and math. It's not hard to do. It doesn't prove the sphere Earth. They haven't even shown that yet. Just they gave you a number. Yeah, that's nuts. To get a full circumference with that radius too. It comes in one package, right? So to get a full circumference, what would you have to do? We're going with, we have a radius, right? That's the outside of the circle. So you'd have to do pi, right? Is that what I'm looking at? To get a full, yeah. And what's the circumference? I forgot. Somebody told me once. I'll have to do the math on it. Hey, Mustang. And Schulster's in here. The deluxe. JJ, you still with me? I think he ran out of juice. Oh, by myself. Now let's get back to Al-Biruni. Let's see if we can find out anything else.
Across dozens of fields. But here's the tragedy. So why haven't you heard of this genius? Al-Biruni's story got lost in the shuffle of history, but his influence was massive. His works were translated, studied, and built upon by later scientists.
Please, share what the scientists are and who they are.
Al-Biruni proved that curiosity, precision, and open-mindedness can overcome any obstacle. Al-Biruni didn't just measure the Earth, he measured the limits of human curiosity and shattered them.
Doubt that.
What other forgotten geniuses should we cover?
Hey, Derek.
Drop your suggestions in the comments below.
Hey,
How's it going?
going good, good.
JJ just dropped out. Yeah, he ran out of battery.
Yeah, no, I suppose so. But yeah, if he's on his phone, yeah, you gotta keep that thing juiced, especially if you're on
And
camera.
Restream? Yeah.
And that
Restream
too.
will eat your battery up.
Yeah.
Well, we didn't learn a lot about Al-Biruni. That's a lot of mostly hearsay, and we got a radius value.
No. So I'm assuming. I mean, I didn't see the beginning, but is this made by a complete glober?
Oh yeah, no
Oh,
doubt.
oh, well, that
Yeah.
makes sense.
Yeah, but I mean, we're still trying to figure out how he determined a radius value from a mountaintop.
He did not.
He measured the mountain from a sea level to get up.
Oh, sea level.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Well, the mean sea level is what we actually measure the Earth with and actually travel the Earth with.
Mm.
It's a must, and it is a level.
Well, right.
Now that those levels do change, they vary a little bit, but they never curve.
No, they don't.
No, they may fluctuate from tides and heat and all the rest of the crap, but those are oceans. Those are living waters. They're moving. So
Mm-hmm.
yeah. Now
I'm gonna
flat
make a
water
coffee
doesn't
real
do
quick.
shit.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay.
What are you gonna say? Okay, he's gonna talk to somebody else. All right, well, I'm gonna finish it. I think it's over with almost. Let's see.
And don't forget to subscribe for more incredible stories from history's greatest minds.
Ooh, history's greatest minds. So it's the radius that Al-Biruni never had. This is enlightenment. They even tell you that in some of these. Ooh, there's an astronomical calendar that made by Al-Biruni. Let's see what this looks like. I guarantee you need a flat Earth for it.
Mechanical Astronomical Calendar by Al-Biruni. The universal scholar, Muhammad bin Ahmad al-Biruni, describes a mechanical astronomical calendar called Moonbox.
Okay.
Al-Biruni solves the task by means of the combined action of 8 cogwheels with a transmission ratio of 7, 10, 19, 24, 40, 48, 59, and 59. He wants to use it to determine the waxing and waning of the moon, that part of the month which has elapsed, and the approximate position of the sun and the moon.
Ooh, one more thing with that. You noticed that the sun was not at the center. The Earth was at the center. So this is like Ptolemy, or what was that guy? Tycho Brahe. He had a geocentric cosmology. So I mean, yeah, that doesn't prove the Earth is measured any differently than it already is. There's got to be something more to that thing. Let's see. Al-Biruni, they got a whole bunch of videos on this guy, but I don't.
Right, that doesn't establish a heliocentric view at all.
No, it doesn't.
Right.
And even Eddie Banjo likes to credit Al-Biruni with the Gleason's map itself, but the
I've seen that.
Yeah, with the radius value about it. But he did calculate a sphere. He went to go calculate a sphere, but there's no way to do that using trigonometry. I don't think you get a full radius of the Earth from the center point. You'd have to find out where the center of our Earth is. But they were presuming the center of the Earth is at the sphere with that radius value that they spit out there.
And right, that's assumption. That's a big leap of faith, isn't it?
They did the same thing with that experiment when they tried to prove gravity for Newton. What was it? The mountain in Scotland. They actually
and like, I'm sorry, but I'm pretty sure the scientific method involves no faith at all.
Oh no, they have faith, dude. I hate to tell you that.
Oh right.
They have a faith in science, which doesn't prove anything. And Ryan
call science anyway.
Yeah, he won't stay. Sit. There he is. Hey Ryan, you're back.
I am back. Thank you.
You are back. Good. Well, did you see QE put out his book right yesterday? Ryan,
I mean,
not Ryan.
You told me earlier.
Yeah, you. I was talking to Derek. It's available on Kindle. You can get the audiobook right now. I didn't know he was putting out a book. He didn't make an announcement. He sent me a link to go get it. So on Discord. So he's got a scientific book based on black swans and stuff like that.
Well,
Sure.
no, it's like he's kind of a genius as far as like information goes. I just hope it's child friendly.
Oh,
Like,
I don't know if it's child friendly. I don't know.
well,
I
I
would,
mean, that's like kind of one of the only issues I have.
yeah. Well, I wouldn't let Nathan's book's not going to be child friendly. I don't think. Well, it probably will be to a point, but I mean, some of his rhetoric is kind of harsh. But I appreciate Nathan for all he's done for me and help promote my channel and the microphones he sent me. Did you hear
Well,
about?
sure. I mean, that's fair enough.
As a community, we don't need to fight amongst ourselves, but when there's certain things that aren't right that happen, that's the human thing. Yeah, the main key that Christians like us need to do is to keep this in mind that we're not perfect and we need to forgive each other.
Of
That's
course.
usually the case.
Agreed.
We're in the world, but not of the world.
That's right. I'm going to make this cup of coffee and I don't want to make noise. I'm going to mute myself.
You can make whatever you want, dude, as long as you turn your mic off.
Yep.
We'll hear you make coffee. That'd be fun. That'd be interesting. Walk us over to the coffee machine. Take us on a tour of the house.
What? I'm not sure if you can hear this.
I hear an espresso machine working. Hold on.
It's a K-cup machine, yeah.
Oh, I got one of those too. I've got both. I got a K-cup and an espresso. I have 2 or 3 espresso machines. The one I use is nice. I think we paid half price for it though. It was like $200, but we have discounts at places where I've worked. Me and Rhonda both. So
Good Lord, that's a lot of money.
Well, I mean, you want a machine that's going to last you for at least 10 years or more.
I suppose so.
Yeah. The cheaper the machine, the less durable it is, I think. I've got some decent K cup machines too. I only got 2. One that just a backup. But caffeine's addictive, obviously.
Well, I've been holding back off on it for some time. I mean, I'll have like 2 or 3 cups a day. Whereas, like, as of a few months ago, I was having like 2 pots worth. So
2 pots worth. Wow.
Yeah.
Well, actually, there's more here on the Astrolabe too. I'm looking at. I don't think Al-Biruni had anything to do with that. There were a lot of like what was it? The anti-Catherianism mechanism that they found off the coast of Greece. That was an excellent. And Vlad tried to reconstruct it. I don't know if he ever did. If I had a machine shop, I would love to put something like that together.
Oh, that's right. He was trying to do that, wasn't he?
Yeah. Nothing wrong with that. But it does it accurately from one single plane, the reference plane that it does. They'll tell you where the sun, the moon is, any part of the world. You can actually dial it in with this thing. It's pretty cool. And you can even find the wandering stars too with it. If you want to call them some of those things may not be stars necessarily. There's some things up there that are even larger than the stars we do see. They're probably closer to us too in size comparably. But I mean, to actually make a claim to say, oh, I know this is exactly what it is without actually going there and testing it out, or, that's not something I want to get involved with unless I can actually just say for sure that's what that is. Everybody's got their theories about it, and the Bible actually is pretty clear about what the stars are. And
where they are.
Yeah, and they're in the firmament. They were placed there. They were made, and obviously they're made. They're very well designed. They keep doing the same thing every year, don't they?
Yes, they do.
So let's go with that. They were definitely created by a creator, and they were put there for seasons and signs for the most part. So we can leave it at that.
Right on.
You can speculate about it all you want to. I don't judge people for it, but I mean, to actually make a claim, we know this star is made out of this gas and it's imploding on itself.
Oh yeah, no, they don't know that.
Yeah. Well, they teach it like it's a fact.
Right, I know it. I grew up with that, man.
Yeah. So that's a religion in a way. 'Cause, I mean, if you step out of line, then you can't have a job in astronomy or anything else. That they'll run you out of your career, and they'll defame you real quick. I've seen it happen already. The sky clock. Yes,
Well, that was happening 30 years ago.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it'll happen today if you were like a flat earther and you were actually a cosmologist, and if you were actually doing cosmology based on flat Earth principles, and you actually posted a paper. I'm a flat earther. I'm sure we don't know what these stars are. you know, yeah, they would definitely get rid of you.
Well, no, they are hostile to anything related to a creation.
Yeah, I can testify to that.
Mm-hmm.
We had an atheist come in flats today, and he we're debating morals and where you get them from, and I was going into what a justice is and the way that you view law in the world, and what juries would actually do, and how they determine innocence versus guilt. And he kept cutting me off before I could even finish a sentence, man. Yeah, but I mean, atheists, they either talk over you, or it's like the Globers. They have, it's like the Brenda mentality. I have morals, but I'm still an atheist.
Well, I talk over everybody, but that doesn't mean I'm atheist.
No, you don't. But I mean, like
And
if
no,
I'm
Ryan, you
debating,
don't talk over
if you're
everyone.
debating somebody on a platform, you do not talk over them while they're making a point in the debate. You're presenting your side. And so while you're doing that, this guy cuts right in, and I said this out loud, like, I have to go. This guy's going to keep talking over me every time I try to make a point, and like, there's no reason to even do that. That's one sided. He wants to get his point out before you get your point out, or even rebut your point. He's just going to just talk over you. That's a debate tactic. So
Right.
the audience
That
doesn't
is a
hear
debate
your
tactic.
side.
They want to bury your argument before you have a chance to say it.
Yeah. And Flats made the point for me after I left. I was like, I can't do that. I kept doing it over and over again. Like, dude, you won't even let me get a word out. Just like, I'm done with it.
I know.
That's fun. It is what it is. So I wanted to. Heron asked me a few questions before I got started. She's really keen to come on because nobody was on today, obviously. But I wanted to give a rebuttal to gravity. What are the cause and effect in the world we could actually show and demonstrate? Can you demonstrate gravity at all? You can drop stuff, but that doesn't demonstrate a cause and effect relationship between physical objects. So what would be the best cause and effect in the natural world that we live in for like a bias of a direction? And I think Shank the Globe actually made a good video, and I wanted to play it when I top this off. So I'll be playing that. It's about heavy magnets. Before there was anything proposed about gravity, people believe that the Earth had a permanent magnet. So that would affect things, and it affects everything in nature. A permanent magnet would actually either repel or, because of the elements that are in everything. They attribute it to electrons for the downward bias, but I mean, less of a charge in physical objects would actually cause them to get lighter, actually. So that's why gases and stuff, they don't have any direction because they don't have any solid mass. And liquids are the same too. They can be moved the same way. And he demonstrates this stuff in this video. Have you ever seen Shank the Globe's video on?
Of course.
Yeah, it's pretty cool. So that you can actually demonstrate that. We can't demonstrate what causes their said gravity, and gravity is just another word for weight, anyways. That they adopted to Newton's his general law of gravity. Everything that has mass has gravity. It's like everything that has mass has weight. Basically, anything of any mass or any density has weight to it. Yes, that's a hell of a principle. But what does that describe as a force of gravity, or what causes gravity? No, that doesn't tell you what causes gravity.
And I mean, even from a Glober point of view, which I used to be, it's like, why do you need to pre-assume that this gravity thing is taking place in an environment in space that you can't prove exists?
Yeah, that's why they came up with Einstein's fourth dimension.
Yeah. A theory is proof.
No, it's not.
Yeah, right. No, that's the real issue that they have. Like, no, yeah, theories are not proof.
Well, they still teach Einstein's theories in school now.
Well, they still treat him like a genius, and he's not.
No, he was a mathematician. That's
Yeah,
just like I think Al
a
Bruni
very
was just
smart one, but no, he didn't make any breakthroughs. He did no experiments. He had
no.
nothing to really speak of.
Where's that experiment that proves black holes exist?
Yeah, right, right. How do you prove that? Oh no, you can't. You have to imagine it first, okay, and then assume it's real.
Well, yeah, that like I think I've heard Nathan put it this way: it's a mathematics that were developed in the imagination of Einstein, and that's all it is. Imagine he was imagining himself next to a black hole, and he's watching all this stuff, but he's never actually seen it, and we never actually have discovered such. But it's still taught as a science. I don't get it.
It was taught to me back in high school as a fact. Like, no, it's not. The absurdity is just outrageous.
So yeah, I'm
or
gonna
double
go see
standards, really. Go ahead. Sorry.
See if there's any more videos on Al Bruni that I missed, because I mean he was touted to be the genius of his era. Yeah. So no, he's got a thing called there's another physicist who challenged him, supposedly. They don't look like they're even from the same era, neither. They got principles and stuff. Nothing there. The next videos that come up are earwax from hell. Oh, okay. What does this mean? I have no. Somebody put a camera down their ear, and they haven't like cleaned their ears in 30 years or something. Yeah. Looks horrible. Basically the same stuff about Al Bruni and Earth Radius. So that's all we get out of him. We just get a number. We don't get how he actually did it or how he. So they're just going to stick with the assumption.
Well, it's like we don't even get an Earth radius value from observations on Earth today.
No, we don't. And I got plenty of examples of those saved in my video file if you want to look at any.
Right. No, I know. So this is just outrageous. Oh, no, they figured it out a long time ago, Roger.
No, they did.
No, they didn't.
So I'm pretty sure, I was telling you about QE's book. Nathan's got his book almost put together. So if you want a good read, it's going to be about FED and all the characters we've ran into over the last 8 years. And there's a lot of stories in there, but there's still like proofs in there too.
Of course, you and me and Roger and nobody else that you know will be on there, but.
Well, I've been mentioned. I don't know if I mentioned in the book, but I mean, you can get a mention in the book if you want it. No, Ryan, you want to be in the book? I can get you in there.
No,
I don't be in the book. But, nobody you know is going to be in there. It's just basically his story. So yeah, that's how it works.
No, he's changed all the names to protect the innocent.
Well,
in other words, everybody's under like a pseudonym. They're not going to be under their name. Yeah.
That's
But you know who they are when you hear the story about a guy who measured Coriolis effect with a gyroscope.
Right.
You know who he's talking about. Or the guy who actually flipped over and changed sides in the middle of the debate for money.
Yeah. Or those guys.
Yeah. We know them personally, so.
Yeah, we do. We kind of do.
We've talked to them on several occasions. Yeah. So my legacy I'm going to leave the world is to disprove the TFB experiment completely. So if you want to call it an experiment, the observation is what it is. Yeah. So if I get to Antarctica, and I'll do a live stream for you all, folks, and I'll leave this Earth knowing that nobody was lied to. That's it.
Well, we've been lied to. Did was lie.
Yeah, I know.
Oh yeah. So no, they'll never let you go there. But talking about it is still good because
you can say they're not going to let me go there. But if I get a job down at the South Pole, how are they going to stop me?
Yeah, no, they won't even let you clean up trash there. No.
Well, they got jobs for kitchen work. They got tool maintenance for the sleds and stuff. I mean, if I get a job doing that, I'm not going to go down there wearing a badge.
And no, last I heard, you need to take a test as far as like what you believe. Like if you're a Christian, it's a no-go.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, maybe I'll tell them I'm a Muslim.
No, well, even that they'll probably say no. You kind of have to be up in the air, like, well, I'm not sure what to believe or something.
Well, I'll just
and then
tell
maybe
them,
they'll take you.
I'll tell them I'm a New Age atheist who's open-minded.
Yeah. Well, you shouldn't have to lie in order to.
Well, I mean,
do something that's true.
To get down there to do this, I hopefully if I've applied for the jobs, they don't ask for the stuff on the application. But I mean, I've done a passport application. They didn't ask then, but I don't know if they're going to ask on passports. I can go anywhere with.
Well, no, like what I'm talking about is if they're actually seriously considering you.
So what if they actually look at my application like, oh, we're going to take this guy down here. We need people to work this year.
Mm-hmm.
They'll start asking me questions like, oh, what's your religion? Yeah.
Like an interview.
Okay. Well,
like we have your resume, we have your application. Now we want to talk to you type thing, but it still has to be filled out on paper first.
None of the applications that I've used for ALI, which is the logistics company that hey, Kimry, how you doing? That actually will put me to work. They haven't gotten back to me. I haven't used my resume. I have built a resume online, so I'll start using that for the application because they'll ask you a question. Do you want to use your resume? I got to go dig it up. It's on the cloud, so I can use my resume and see if that changes things. If I get any replies back on it. I mean, I've got a long history of like kitchen work. I've got mechanic work. I've got telecommunications work that I can actually on my application that I can actually use as a reference. I can use that resume. Maybe it'll get me in quicker because I'm just filling out the application and putting like the recent employers and stuff like that.
Well, you're doing your due diligence as far as trying to make your way out there. I know that.
Well, I'll just step up the game. I think I've made 12 applications to the ALE for a kitchen, a mechanic.
They're not even responding, are they?
They're not. No response. Yeah, I would get an email back from them, and I haven't.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's not even a response. It's been a month or two
since I've done one, though.
So even if you apply to colleges or universities, at least they give you a response. You know what I mean?
Yeah, they do. And from what I
know, with these guys, there's nothing.
They're advertising. They're advertising on Indeed, Monster, all the application networks. That's what you actually apply for jobs for ALI. They use these servers to. I guess they're screening you too. And I was told by Sobson that they actually have access to all my social media stuff too. So they actually review that.
Yeah, no, Ryan's telling the truth about that. Yeah.
Well, I mean, it's obvious it's out there. I have a channel dedicated to it. I'm even tramp stamped as a flat earther too. So they don't want flat earthers down at the South Pole, is what you're saying?
Basically.
Yeah, that's sad.
Yeah, they don't even want you cleaning up the trash or doing kitchen work or nothing.
I can't do the scum jobs, huh?
Yeah. No janitor work for you. And no custodian.
I spent 8 years in it, and we're not. I did that job for 8 years. I worked for a company called Pinnacle Janitorial, and we're called technicians. They actually have a technicians for each department. They have a bathroom technician, they have a floor technician, they have a vacuum technician, and even a trash technician.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and any other work that we do on the side is called detail work, like wiping down handles, kick plates, doorknobs, polishing brass or any trim work or anything. We did all that stuff. And we even had a windows department where we did skyscrapers and stuff. We do high rises, clean windows. I actually have done all the departments there, but I became the head of the floor department. So I learned how to do all kinds of floors, everything from VCT waxing to hardwood floor finishes to polishing concrete, marble, terrazzo, any hard floor
What's your
surfaces.
Walmart application?
It's hard work, dude. Promise. But I mean, when you go in and polish a marble floor, I mean, real marble, true marble floor, there's a technique to it. You've ever been in a building that had marble floors? They have to be maintained too. They have to keep that polish on them. Otherwise,
sure, like the state capitol. Yeah.
Yeah, we actually take these diamond fin pads that they're pressurized, and we just use straight water, rinse them, and then we have a sanitizing solution that'll it kind of just neutralizes anything on the floor, and then we just grind it till it polishes, literally till it shines. Marble does that on its own. You can even do the same with concrete. Have you ever been in a Walmart?
Well, yeah.
You ever seen how it's got a shiny floor? That's concrete. I used to maintain all the ones in Arizona in the northern part. So I'd go in with these same diamond pads, and we would polish the floor with them, and it actually gets to a mirror shine. It's just raw concrete. It's the way you treat it. There's a few chemical processes that they do with the concrete too, but mostly it's just diamond polishing. It's fun. JJ, you do floors for a living too, huh? Do you do that kind of work, or you do Yeah, I think he installs floors. I've done that too. Did that for a year or so. Did a remodeling work, and the floors were included with that stuff. Putting in hardwood flooring, from real hardwood flooring to the laminate stuff too.
Well, and a quick question: it's like ALE still isn't on board with TFE as far as like, oh yeah, there definitely was a 24-hour sun.
Yeah, they can't because they know they get caught in it.
Yeah, they want nothing to do with it.
Yeah, I wouldn't want anything to do with it neither.
I know.
But the Jerusalem Post covered it.
Yeah, the media. Okay.
Yeah, one in particular media at that too. Why is that one? Why was that one of the first papers to cover it? I don't get it. There was two papers. One was a transit paper that you get on the bus that actually made an announcement about TFE discovering the 24 hours. I mean, how long have they been touting the sphere? Now we have a midnight sun. Anyways, I want to go find that Shank the Globe video. Have you seen it?
Maybe.
Probably. It's about the permanent magnet of the Earth. It's what people believed before they had gravity. This is what people actually, I guess, if you want to call it science. I don't think it's science. I think it's just showing what causes things. I mean, you can actually demonstrate it. I guess that's probably closer to science than like a theory. You know, he actually takes a magnet, a heavy magnet, and shows how it works.
Oh, right. No, if something is demonstrable, you have a leg to work on.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. If you can show and demonstrate what it does with elements here.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Let's take a look. See.
Oh, yeah. I've watched it a couple times, but yeah, I told Aaron I was going to go over that before I get off. Yeah. Shank the Globe, and this is a cute little video. Yeah. I like the guy. He at least he's asking questions, and he's demonstrating.
No, I followed him years ago on Facebook, and then YouTube. No, he's a pretty upright dude. Mm-hmm.
It's diamagnetism is the term that he uses, but I think he demonstrates it more than just talks about it. I like to thank the globe for it.
Gravity is diamagnetism. Before we begin, it is important to understand the difference between an electromagnetic field and a permanent magnetic field. An electromagnetic field produces a dielectric effect, but a permanent magnetic field produces a diamagnetic effect. In this case, we're talking about Earth, which is a huge permanent magnet. Before the molten iron core idea,
there you go.
It was generally accepted that Earth is a huge permanent magnet. You can dig in the ground and find magnetite, a naturally occurring magnet. The leading theory to how magnetite is charged is by lightning.
And we do
Everything
get that.
on Earth is diamagnetic. That means the electrons in all matter are repelled by Earth's permanent magnetic field. Even paramagnetic and ferromagnetic materials are diamagnetic, but they have a stronger attraction to the poles of a magnet. Science is correct about gravity mathematically, but it's the causality they get wrong. Mass does not attract mass, and it does not bend space.
Wow. Nice.
Science can mathematically predict the buoyancy of an object with this simple equation. But for this to be accurate, we need to replace the word gravity with diamagnetism. Here we have
That's
a
pretty
brick.
simple.
The brick is denser than the air around it, and the electrons inside the brick are repelled by Earth's magnetic field, causing a weak acceleration downwards. If we have two identical bricks, they will fall at the same rate because they have the same density and the same amount of electrons. However, if one brick is bigger than the other, then the larger brick will fall faster, because even though they have the same density, they do not have the same amount of electrons. Science claims the larger brick will fall faster because it has more mass, but that's a lie. It's because it has more electrons. Here are some diamagnetic experiments you can do yourself at home. Notice the magnet is pushing the mouse away.
See how you put two mice in there? So you have
I
equal.
have here is a syringe full of water, and I have my strong magnet. I'm not going to touch the magnet too. I'm just going to bring it close, and the water is going to repel the magnet and get pushed.
Kind of looks like you're touching it.
Not touching it.
Prove it. Oh, there you go.
Let's push it back. Not touching it. Not touching it. So water.
Just a
repels
quick
the
point
magnet.
out. So basically, anything that has fluid or mass, or that a magnet, if it's free floating, the magnetic field will, and he's demonstrating this, that it will propel it. But any kind of metals or anything that have magnet properties will be drawn to it. This is demonstratable. I think that I can't go, oh, this is pseudoscience. No, he's demonstrating it right now.
Another thing that repels a magnet is wood. So here's an ordinary block of wood. I'm going to bring the magnet close to it but not touch it.
Let's change that angle.
Okay. See how it's not touching it, pushing it away.
I want to stop it here. Hey, Ryan, do you still have your neodymium magnets laying around? Oh, he's gone. What happened to Ryan?
He dropped out.
Yeah. But he has a set of these magnets. They're a strong magnet. That's what he's using for this demonstration. So the stronger the magnetic field, the more resistance you'll meet. This would explain a lot of things in nature too.
Oh, big time.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Carrie's talking about the dome over here. I see curve. Let's read this out. What was he saying? I always wanted that dome roof in the bathroom. Never mind. Yeah. They're talking about 33 ply for the big shits. Never mind. I think they're making a reference to somebody.
I see.
It's stopping it.
Let's push it away.
So how is it doing this?
Oh, I get it.
So diamagnetism is a quantum mechanical effect, which I won't get into.
Why not?
It's like Tesla said.
To say that in the presence of large bodies, space becomes curved is equivalent to stating that something can act upon nothing. I, for one, refuse to subscribe to such a view.
That's a good quote. That is something
He wants to think Earth is flat. Go right ahead.
Yeah, it draws up a little bit questions for me, doesn't it? You? Yeah, that's a good point. Let's get off of this thing.
Right. I was still kind of listening to that end part with like Neil deGrasse Tyson. If you want to believe the Earth is flat, go right ahead. No, it's not even a belief; it's an
No, it's just
observation.
observation.
Yeah.
What am I sharing here still?
That's what we observe and experiment and can demonstrate with.
Oh yeah, I agree with you.
Mm.
I've been going for almost 2 hours. There's a few other things I was thinking about, but I thought Alberuni would have more substance to it. Just looking into him, because I've never seen any work of his about the radius of the Earth. But I guess there isn't. He just uses eyeballs and his height on a mountain.
Well, yeah. I didn't look into him either, to be honest.
But I've heard a lot about it, and I've heard that he actually supposedly had calculated the circumference of the Earth in 1100s.
Oh goodness! So he's kind of like an
He's a
Eratosthenes.
pioneer, yeah. He knew that we would find a sphere just this size.
Oh,
You know,
whatever.
Pretty amazing, isn't it?
No, but yeah, no. I asked a question earlier, just draw out some thought. Maybe why were Muslims like back in the day also trying to, or cartographers who were Muslim also trying to attribute things to a sphere Earth?
It was a belief. I think it was passed down through the Greeks for the most part, just because they think spheres were like the most perfect shape, so they assume everything. Like when they saw the disc in the sky, they assumed it was a 3-dimensional sphere. But I mean, I can't tell you that for sure. I'm pretty sure.
Don't worry about it.
I mean, you can get light from a 2-dimensional source too. I mean, if there's like a 2-dimensional source, like not on a ground, like if you had a light, a recessed light in the ceiling, you would actually, that would be considered like a 2-dimensional light. But I mean, you still have, I don't think 2-dimension works. The better source of light would be a 3-dimensional source of light.
Well, it seemed to be like kind of like a trend or fad at the time, or like, oh yeah, where they were intentionally trying to search for that.
Yeah. Well, the thing is, like,
assuming first, and then trying to work backwards to confirm.
I was watching one of Nathan's, and he drew it out completely why it was done. It's a short way to do math. It's an easy calculation, quick calculation. It's like going to the drive-through instead of going to go to the steakhouse. The difference is that this is a quick and easy fix for what they think cosmology is. That's all it is. And they try to deify the God in the process. Like, that's what the whole Big Bang was. The whole theory, the whole space, the whole solar system itself. Man trying to play God, I guess. The point, yeah. The whole theories that they have are based on like the Big Bang and how the universe is solar
well,
system.
it's like, or even if some had innocent intentions, they were trying to glorify him in just a false way.
Most people think it's just a lie from Satan.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Which, I mean, it makes sense. I mean, to deify your competition, overthrow God from his throne. Yeah, even in the hearts of men, to say the least. If you're not following after God's own heart, you don't have any responsibility. That's what atheists they don't want to be accountable, I think. But they do have solutions. I hear they have a lot of solutions. But a lot of the socialist solutions don't work, do they?
Oh, no, they don't.
No, they cause more problems than they solve.
And well, I can relate to not wanting responsibility, because that's a heavy burden in some ways, because you actually have to be responsible.
Well, like, let's put yourself in the shoes of a tycoon businessman who's actually going to stomp over all his competition, little man, and gain wealth. I mean, I'm sure he has problems sleeping at night. Let's put it that way.
Well, there's no rest for the wicked, Roger.
And I hear money doesn't grow on trees.
And that's right. Well, it's not supposed to anyway, but with our currency, apparently it does.
Yeah, I was just quoting a song. Have you heard it? Ain't no rest for the wicked. Money
Oh,
don't grow on trees.
right on.
That's Cage the Elephant, by the way.
Mm-hmm.
This almost sounds political, doesn't it? Cage the Elephant.
Well, it's not so much political as it's just, stating something that's true,
Well, by the title of their band is what I'm talking about. Cage the Elephant.
Oh, okay.
Kind of like Republican versus Democrat.
Right.
Kind of.
Yeah, the elephant versus donkey type thing.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I think that's what the name of the band.
Mm.
No, I'm going to get off.
Okay.
I've been working all day. I'm going to do a second part to this. I'm going to dig more into Al-Biruni, see if I can actually find some of his mathematics and put them to the test.
Dude, they're going to fail. We all know they're going to.
Well, I hope so.
Because it's all assumptive math.
Yeah. Well, it fits the grid that they built for the globe. That's why you can't explore the outside of that grid.
You mean their assumed globe, right?
Yeah, absolutely. Well, they built the globe out the flat Earth. You know that. You know how they did it, right?
Oh, right.
If you look at all their references,
they superimposed a flat Earth onto their sphere. Yeah.
Oh no, it's the other way. Well, they built all their mathematics to go. The angles to the stars come from the equatorial plane, from inside of a sphere. The edge of that sphere is the protractor. That's the globe itself. There's a sphere outside of that sphere called the celestial sphere. That's another larger protractor. It all matches on their Cartesian grid that they drawn out. Their longitude and latitude lines were actually drawn from a flat Earth, from the equatorial plane. But they just took this protractor over the top of it.
And then are trying to say that initial protractor is a sphere.
Yep. So you're measuring from the center of the Earth. All their measurements are taken from the dead center of the supposed sphere that we're talking about here. Even their models, like with the S waves or P waves, even that model is the exact same sphere. They're all done on that sphere. All
right.
mathematical.
Oh,
but when you get down to it, the measurements that actually fit this protractor are done on a flat plane, on the equatorial plane, with that center equator. Equatorial plane. It's a straight line through the middle of the Earth, dude. So,
but yet it's not a straight line, Roger.
Well, yeah, it has to be a straight line, or you wouldn't.
Oh, right.
Get
No, but they're trying to convince everyone that it's not.
Well, they're not. That's actually the surface of the Earth. That's surface level, sea level. It's on the equatorial plane.
Right. No, but yeah, sea level curves, Roger. Didn't you know that?
Oh, I've heard. The last guy that came on here and told me that, I kicked him out. His name was Max. We didn't actually just kick him out. Me and D-Man laughed him off the stream.
Yeah. Oh, I heard about that. I didn't see it, but I heard about it. Yeah.
He was coming to show us how the Suez Canal actually proves the curve of the Earth. And when we got down, we looked up the levels of both of the seas on either end of the Suez Canal. They're almost identical. And I was like, well, so how do you assume that the canal is, because there's no locks in it. How do you assume that shows the curvature if both of the seas that connect this canal are at the same level? He's like, well, level curves. I'm like, we just like, okay,
no
conversation. It curves at 8 inches.
It's called level because it doesn't curve.
So when you get that horizon mark, it's always even east to west. You don't see it. Never. I'm done.
Right. All right. I'll let you scoot and get some good rest, Roger. Take care.
I was
everyone.
done
God
with that
bless.
Conversation.
Take care in the meantime.
I will, man.
Okay.
Yeah. I'll do some more research into like his mathematics. I put it when I get. And I'll be doing another couple applications, and I'll actually use my resume maker to do this, and I'll put it together. Maybe I'll even pay for. I don't have recording services on Restream. They want extra money for that.
They do.
Yeah, I can record on StreamYard. I don't have a subscription anymore. I canceled that, but they give you that in the package. Like PJ, maybe I can go over to PJ's and record some. Me calling ALI and doing applications. I just wanted everybody to see that I'm actually physically doing it.
Well, I know you're doing it.
Well, I haven't. Like I said, it's been a couple of months since I've done an application with them, but I haven't heard back
with
from the
PJ,
applications
maybe.
that I've done.
Hmm.
Oh, did you see my microphones before I go?
Did I see your microphone?
Yeah, Nathan sent me 2 microphones.
Oh yeah, yes, I did the other day.
Yeah, I got an omnidirectional one, and I got a replica. I think it's a Beatles replica, like Japanese made, but it's like the same microphone that the Beatles used to do their recordings with.
Okay. No, it looked pretty cool to me from what I saw.
Yeah, yeah. Nathan's been flogging microphones for the last year. You know that, right?
Wait, do I know what? I'm sorry.
Nathan's been flogging microphones for the last year to supplement his income. Yeah, he's selling microphones on eBay. He's buying like the vintage microphones and the studio grade microphones and selling them.
Mm-hmm.
Instead of asking like his patrons to send him more money necessarily to pay the bills, he's been actually proactively selling microphones. That's a good show character, I think. Yeah.
It is.
Yeah.
It's generous. Yeah.
Yeah. He sent me one. He sent one to Ironworks too. No, 007. That's what he sent it to. 007. He sent one to. He was having problems with his microphone. So I mean, if you're doing podcasts or YouTubing, Nathan's got a few microphones left that he'll send people in our arena if you need a microphone. All you gotta do is ask him.
Well, that's cool. Right on.
D-Man just woke up. Hey, D-Man. Let's say hi to D-Man right quick. I'll drop a link for him.
It's 1:11 a.m. D-Man.
Yeah, whatever. Do you think time's...
All right. No, I'm not going to give him crap because I'm usually asleep by this time. So,
D-Man, if you want to come up, there's a link. Anybody else in there, if your name's not IC Spin or Monkey Cat Pat, don't use the link. So, Derek, what did you do today while we're kicking it for a second?
well, I cleaned up more trash, actually. Oops. Dude, that's kind of what I do. Like when I go to the market and get food and beverages for the house, like, I mean, I walk up and down the roads and because I'm such in a populated area, like people like to throw their trash onto the side of the road.
Yeah.
And I pick it up.
You're volunteering this kind of work, aren't you?
Yeah. And I actually wear like one of those like highlight utility looking vests. People think I'm like a city worker, and it's like, no, I'm a volunteer.
Oh yeah, that reminds me. I gotta get an interface. I gotta look that up today too. I shopped around for it, but I only checked one website for these microphones because they have. It's got a phone jack, 4-inch phone jack on the Beatles mic, and the other one has a D-pin 3-prong connector on it. It won't fit on the PC anywhere. There's not a connector for it. So an interface is just basically a little mixer with a phone jack cord on it and a mic jack, so I can plug anything into it. What about Brenda Debates? Who brought up Brenda? That dude ain't coming in here. I spent a year dealing with that thing. How about
I know Brenda seriously needs to rethink his whole life.
Yeah, he's made some bad decisions. Like first, for once, trying to transition into a woman. That's your first mistake.
Well, no, see, he only tipped his toe in the water.
Yeah, I know, but he was getting there.
No.
And he is an atheist who has no accountability and believes that anything goes for the most part. Yeah.
I mean, I kind of put him on the same scale as like priests who want to go into the bathroom with little children. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it's about like that. Yeah. Confused is another word I can think of.
I mean, when you're still trying to keep your twig and berries, you know, you're definitely not. Oh, I would never call you a woman.
Well, didn't they make a song like that? I'll never be a woman. There's a song that goes, I'll never be a woman. I don't know what it's like to be a woman. I don't want to know. I really don't. I can empathize with it, you know, like especially with childbirth and the fact they menstruate once a month. I'm pretty sure it's pretty hard on that as being a woman. But, you know, other than that, I don't want to know what being a woman is like.
No, but a man can never be a woman.
Yeah, that's
Period.
you can't have a race without male and female. It wouldn't exist.
That's right.
That's right.
And it's not even our argument, really. They're arguing against basic biology. Sorry.
Yeah. That across the board, everything has two, except there's a few asexual species on the insect side, I think, like with worms and.
Well, it's like, I mean, there's been some doctors I've heard from where they do encounter some hermaphrodites in like 50 years or whatever, but it's like 2 out of like 100,000 or something.
Yeah.
And like, okay, but are they one more than the other? And the answer is always yes.
David's very happy with an Audi. He's funny. David, keep it up, man. And JJ said another word for it is sick as fuck. Okay, yes, that's a term.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, who actually pushes this? It seems like it's either politically motivated or.
Well, it's media motivated because if you remember, like the trucker convoys in Canada some years back about the lockdowns and all that, they were trying to act like there weren't as many people there as there was.
Yeah,
and then after all that happened, they were trying to shift gears and focus on the LGBTQIQ plus crap and act like it's bigger than it is, giving them a bigger microphone.
Where's he, man? He had to get set up. There he is. You can tell.
What's going on? Oh,
No,
shit. I might be
What's
loud.
happening, brother?
Oh, you're good. Is that the Grateful Dead you have on your banner, sir?
No, I forget what it's called though. Saab told me what it was. It's an old thing.
It looks like Keeping Trucking almost because of
Yeah. Yeah.
Keeping Trucking. Yeah, my father-in-law had a rig and he had mud flaps on his rig that had Keep on Trucking on it. I don't know where he got these mud flaps, but they were Grateful Dead mud flaps he had on the back of his rig. He had a Kenworth. We got a whole slew of family that they own their own rigs and they own their own shipping companies and they have their own terminals and stuff. They were doing it for years out of Arizona. Quite familiar with the logos.
What's going on? What's going on, Derek?
Not much.
We were covering Al
Just
Baruni
talking
earlier.
shop.
You missed all that. Come to find out, Al Baruni really didn't do anything so far.
Say it ain't so.
No, it is. He measured the radius of the Earth with his eyeballs and shadows.
Mm.
How do you do that, man? A little bit of math.
Well, isn't that the trick in the first place? Is that it's modeled after your eyes?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, but I mean, he even figured out moon cycles and stuff like that. You know, tough one. They go through a cycle every day, don't they? So I mean, if you mark down what cycle this is and what that is, and you can see the angle of where the light's going, you can figure out its cycle. I guess they're trying to make the solar system. So.
Well, it's like, explain this to me. Like, I mean, if he were on a mountain long enough, he should see a mountain shadow extend beyond the visible horizon.
Yeah. And you can probably see that mountain from further than you should due to the radius that he concocted, too. That's all I'm going to say.
Wouldn't that ruin your radius value if you're trying to make one?
Yeah, I did a series of streams called Ruined Radius, too. We were going over the Southern Ocean longitude and latitude measurements that they were putting in the nautical almanacs, how they're a lot larger than it would be on the radius of if it was a sphere the size they say it is. It's not. I think I've got it pretty much covered. I think we figured out we're not on a sphere. So let's go explore our plane. Let's do it. Cheer, cheer. Here we go. Fuck the man.
We were going through that crap with Harmon, where Harmon was saying that the reason you're seeing the shadow from the mountain and the clouds.
Oh yeah, I remember that.
Oh,
yeah. And we were going through that for a little while. With Harmon.
Even though you see the shadows go underneath the clouds. Okay, thanks, Harmon.
No, but you never. That's not what you're seeing. No, it's not really. We showed that, and D-Man proved it.
You're not seeing what you're seeing, okay, Derek? Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh,
exactly.
okay.
Yeah.
But somebody, what he was saying, I mean, I wasn't giving him shit about it. I was just trying to point out that this is Haman. This is what's really happening. And I said, you're going to see the shadow on the other side if somebody's standing on the top of it. And then I pulled a picture up of somebody standing on the top of it,
Yep.
taking a picture of the shadow
Coming from the mountain.
on the other side of the mountain. And I'm like, there you go. It's that simple.
Oh.
They think that it's being cast from the below the mountain. It's not. It's
Yeah, or that he was saying that the cloud, the tip of the mountain is actually on above the cloud, and
No,
it's
it's
like,
not.
no, it's not. It's
No.
it's because of the angle of the light is causing it to project up, and as it comes closer to you, the angle of the sun starts to go higher. You know, in optical. But
And then Man of Stone did his demonstration with the sunset, and they did the blender simulation with Paul Klett and showed that this is what happened on a globe, which we don't see a earth shadow at night. Here, not as the sun sets, we get a giant bulge shadow that covers everything.
and he just wouldn't accept it until I found out that it happens on 2 other mountains also, and then showed it happening there also.
Yeah.
And I was just like, just give it up, man. Just give it up.
Well, hopefully he got a little quiet and is actually
Yes, he
considering
did.
it. Oh, good, good.
He did.
Mhm.
And it wasn't done in a way that
wicked
was
way,
nasty. It was just
right,
this is what's
right.
really
No, and
happening.
that's the way we need to go about it. Otherwise, like if it's too hostile, you know, they'll get a chip on their shoulder, and we don't want that. So
Yeah, I had a girl at Arby's today. She works there, and I told her about my channel and stuff. And all the people talk about it at work, and she's like, well, "That's stupid." And I said, "Well, explain how my channel's stupid." And it got real silent. And I broke down what we do on my channel, explained it slowly, and I said, "We don't try to convince anybody. We just show things on our channel. We're demonstrating things on the channel. We're actually going through the method." And she's like, "Oh, well, you guys aren't really stupid." She got it, but she was told that flat earthers are just stupid.
that's like a shock effect. Yeah.
We're just stupid because we're flat earth.
I like that term ruined radius because I use that mountain example a lot in some things.
Yep.
Because how the light would actually be projected would be completely different. The angle of the light for it to be projected up into the clouds would be completely different. And every time the sun would start to come up, you would see the shadow of the earth itself across the sky. And you don't see that either.
No,
So
we
I-
never
Did
see
you
that.
get the video?
Yeah, where the projection one, where the guy does the simulation to show you what it would look like every time the sun was starting to come up.
Yeah, he used Blender for that demonstration.
Yeah. And he said every time the sky would start to get any kind of light whatsoever, you would see the shadow from the actual physical earth, meaning the ground itself, meaning the globe itself would project a shadow, come up over the sky that you have never seen in your life. Because that's just the way it would work, and you don't see that. So I like
Have
that.
you ever watched this video, Derek?
I like that when you say ruined radius, because
I'm trying to get Scott to do a song named that. Actually, he did "The World Doesn't Twirl." I wanted to do a ruined radius. That was cool.
you know, some of those guys seem to want to keep poking at if it's antipodal, well then houses would have to be horizontal at the equator. Houses would have to be up almost upside down if you were standing at the south compared to the north. Your head would be above your feet in the north, and your head would be below your feet in the south. You'd be standing upside down. But they think that it's some kind of antipodal treadmill earth, that it's just moving underneath your feet, and if you just move, it's ridiculous. It's a ridiculous concept. It's not anything you've ever seen, and you've never been any angle but up and down. Your whole life, you've never been any, unless you walk up a hill or walk down an escalator. You're adjusting, for the topography. But this isn't treadmill earth. It isn't. It isn't
No, it's
spinning
not.
underneath you as you walk in the opposite direction and go nowhere. That doesn't
So,
happen.
can I make a call out to Scott? Scott, make this song, write it, man. I'll help you. Yeah, Taboo is awesome though. He's being a lawyer. He does the math properly. He'll figure it out, and he doesn't make a claim unless he can back it up. That's what I like about Taboo.
You know, if you don't see it in nature, it's not real.
Nope.
So it's that simple.
You can put it in math all you want. Doesn't mean it's real.
No, it doesn't mean shit if you don't see it, and you don't see it.
Quantify. I mean, even Man of Stone quantified the sunset. He did the whole thing on that. So it's not really a sunset. You know, you give
no, it's just it's simply going away from you or coming at you.
Yeah. That's in this video too.
It's increasing or decreasing an angle optically.
Amen. All right, you want to listen to it? Have you seen this video, Derek?
I should have seen it, but I don't think so.
And more flat Earth evidence. It's a pretty good one.
Okay.
Yeah.
Hello, everyone. Today, I wanted to share some more evidence of our flat and stationary Earth. This evidence comes again from the channel Space Audits and from the BitChute channel Man of Stone, who made the original observation. A big thanks to both of them. I'll have links in the description where you can go and subscribe and show your support. As a side note, YouTube took down my last video pursuant to another false copyright strike. Fortunately, you can still watch that video on Odyssey, Rumble, and BitChute. A few years ago, I originally shared this video from the channel Shadow Reveal. I love it. Shadow Reveal is a professional architect and a friend. In that video, Shadow Reveal created a Blender simulation of both the globe and the flat Earth with respect to shadows. Notice that under the globe, how the sunlight through the window starts low right here and then rises up the wall as the sun allegedly continues to drop to a lower angle based on our perspective on the ground. This is the important issue. Notice how the sunlight on the wall at sunset rises even higher than the window itself as the sun drops lower than the window. Furthermore, the Earth bulge itself, which is this shadow line right here, soon overtakes the shadow of the pillar as the sun drops even lower than the physical Earth geometric horizon, creating an upward Earth curvature shadow. On a flat Earth, the light through the window still starts low, but in stark contrast to the globe, the light from the sun through the window would never rise higher than the window itself until the sun gradually moves farther away until the sun fades out. After Shadow Reveal's simulation video, an engineer took that rising Earth bulge shadow and created this Cinema 4D simulation that shows how the alleged Earth bulge shadow would continue to rise until the shadow of the Earth itself would hit the underside of the clouds above us. In other words, if the globe were real, based on our perception, there would have to be an upward Earth bulge shadow that would be created by the physical globe and the sun dropping at an angle lower than your feet, as shown in this simulation. This upward shadow, which would look something like this, does not happen in reality, which should happen at both sunrise and sunset if the globe were real. This indisputably proves the globe false, as the sun never drops lower than the apparent horizon. It also indisputably proves globe geocentric claims and the big Earth models false. I hope you understand that. But let's get back to the main point for this video. Fortunately, Man of Stone has a window on his house that is set up very similar to the Shadow Reveal simulation. To his credit, Man of Stone decided to test the simulation, and he has done it a couple of times now. For this recent test, he placed a magnet here to mark the bottom of the window directly across from the wall. Remember, based on our simulation, and just common sense, if the globe were real, then the light through the window on the wall would have to rise higher than the window itself, as the sun drops at an angle lower than the window. If the Earth is flat, which it is, then the light through the window would not climb higher than the actual window. Here is Man of Stone's test. I have sped up the video for brevity. According to the observation, the light from the sun never reached the height of the window. In actuality, the light from the window on the wall...
And if you want to go watch him quantify this, he has it on the BitChute channel, Man of Stone. if you want to go over there and look at it.
Yeah, Stone's great.
Yeah, he is. When it comes to the math, yeah, he's sharp. Yeah. All right, back to it.
Ended up at about 12 centimeters below the height of the actual window. This confirms a flat Earth. It's also interesting as to the difference in the amount of light going through the window. This was at the beginning of the test, and this was at the end of the test. This matches the argument that the sun seemingly fades out due to the opacity of air. This drone footage from DITRH's channel shows us how the sun doesn't actually fall below the horizon, but simply fades out. But the sun, whatever it is and however it works, always remains higher than the ground itself. Here's a video from SpaceX that seems to show the same departing sun.
They got one of those from Artemis?
Oh, God.
And this is a new sun fade out from an airplane.
Weird, huh? It just kind of fades into the opacity of the air.
Manna Stone has given us more geometric evidence that the sun never physically drops below a physical globe barrier horizon from our perspective as required by the globe.
Big shadow.
What's also fascinating is the fact that the upward movement of the sun's light on the wall is at a constant rate until the end, where the sun begins to slow down and level out as shown in this graph. As the sun slows down, it then fades out. This again proves that the sun's apparent motion in the sky does not match the spinning Earth globe model. This is a simple test that anyone can perform. If you would like to know more, I suggest you watch the full discussion on the Space Audits channel. I didn't want to spend too much time on the details, but I wanted to share some more indisputable evidence of our flat Earth that builds on this discussion and sunsets and sunrises. Not long ago, I shared this video of a cloud casting a shadow at sunset. Let's watch that original video again.
Check this out. Like this cloud that the sun is hiding behind has broke through. Looks like a spotlight. And then it carries over. All the way over to here. Is that not the coolest thing? It's like I'm under a giant canopy.
As I explained then, this triangular shadow from the cloud disproves the globe propaganda's claim that this triangular shadow from Mount Rainier is a supposed upward shadow being cast on clouds above the mountain.
Bing.
The globe claim is entirely wrong and, frankly, a bit childish. The triangular shape is only a matter of perspective and has nothing to do with the shape of the mountain. Only the top part of Mount Rainier.
Just for the slow ones out there, it's wide, the same width at the base of the mountain. Due to perspective, it looks wider as it gets closer.
Yeah, it's inverted.
Yeah,
because it's projecting it upwards. So, if you were standing at the top of the mountain and looking at the shadow from the back of the mountain, it would be It would be the opposite.
Yeah.
So you would see the peak going long and the width close to you.
Yep.
It would be the opposite if you were standing, say she was further away and then looked up and saw the shadow. It would be peaked near her and wider as she looked. But you notice that when she panned the camera, over the top of her was equally as wide.
Yep. And it narrowed as it got further away. Yeah. Yep. That's perspective. That's really
the optics. The optics is what people don't get. They think that they're seeing this. They think what they're seeing is true, and it's not. Your eyes are doing things because of the shape and the construction of it differently than what it's actually doing. Same thing when you see the sun coming up or going down. It's optics. You're seeing it optically. That's how it's mapped.
But if you measure the width of it, it's the same. It appears this way.
Yeah, it's just perspective. And it's optics. It's because your eyes have limits. You're not seeing it. Your eyes ain't 100% true to
even
exact.
with optics, your eyes are still doing the same thing.
Yep.
Amen. Oh, wait, by the way, the how was your delivery? Did you make? You did make it, right?
No, it's in a couple of weeks.
Oh, okay. I thought you worked today.
No, not today. I'm
nice.
doing that trick in like 2 weeks. So
that's going to be a nice little chunk. Nice.
Yeah, it's going to be fun.
Can you get me on with that? I can do it part time. I'm pretty sure they want to bond me and do investigations and all kinds of stuff.
No background check.
Yeah, I'd pass it, I'm sure. But I don't know if they would like look at me and go, well, I think I want him driving my Lambo.
I haven't been in an accident in 40 years. So
I've been in one in like 3 months.
Well, 38 years.
Good God, that's a long time. Yeah. So, do you like the video so far, Derek?
Oh yeah, completely.
Yeah.
You guys are just reminding me of the one accident I've been in, and it's when I got my first car from the dealership, and I got rammed in the back.
Oh, nice.
Like the guy must have seen the dealer plates on my car, and because I was at a stoplight for a good minute. All of a sudden, wham!
Oh, yeah. That reminds me. While we're on it, the QE already put his book out on the audio. If you wanted to get it,
he did.
Yeah, it's already out. I just didn't realize it. Yeah, so it won't have a hard copy for people for a couple of months, I think.
Yeah, it's probably going to be a little while. I'm not much on the digital. I'd rather have
I'd rather have the book.
Paperback or something. It doesn't have to be like the hard copy monogrammed. I just want I just want a paperback or
something you can read. Yeah. There you go. All right, let's play the rest of this.
It's a great video because it shows you exactly. I mean, I don't mean to ramble on, but you know what I mean. Like a lot of people don't understand that we don't have true vision. Your eyes play tricks on you.
Yeah, you can see the reflection in the hotel glass here. Look at it. See it?
Yeah.
You can see the
Pretty
bed
wild.
over here. Yeah, the world isn't as peers, but I mean, it's treated other ways.
The example, real quick, that I used to screw around with is I used to have one of those stage lights. The stage lights, like the older, bigger ones, where it's like a box light. Me and my friends, when I up north when I was young, and hang around with all the hicks up here. We'd go out in the woods when I was really young, and we were like right 18 or something. You couldn't drink, but we'd go out in the woods and drink. I would take that box light because it was you could run it off of 12 volt. It was 12 volt, but it used a AC to DC converter to run it. So meaning that you use the box that you plugged into the wall, it converted 120 AC over to 12 volt DC to run this goofy light. So I would take a charged car battery, and throw it on the back of the ATV and go ride it out in the woods, and we'd go drink, and have a bonfire and do all this stuff. And I would go out in the woods behind the fire and take that box light, and I would angle it up into the trees and stuff, so it lit the top of the midway up in the trees, and it made this cool effect where the shadow from the trees would give you this cool shadow thing through the woods, and it looked wild. That's why when they were talking about the mountain thing, I was like, I've done this before. What are you talking about? I've done this before with a stage light.
You get the same effect with the stage light.
Yeah, it does the same thing. Put it down on the ground and angle it up slightly, and you'll get the same effect. It'll take the bottom of the tree, make it wide. It'll take the top of the bottom, it'll angle towards the middle of where the light is aimed. Then it'll angle back up again like a diamond shaped towards the top and diamond shaped towards the bottom. So, I've done it. Like I said, I could take a piece of cardboard and a Dollar Tree flashlight and just drop the Dollar Tree flashlight down on the triangle piece of cardboard and do the exact same thing and angle it up and project it onto a wall, or you can do the exact same. So it's not like this is some kind of, you could only do this magic experiment, and you could do this on the wall on the side of your garage with a couple of bucks and a piece of crappy cardboard or a piece of plywood. do the
Better
same
than Mr.
thing.
Wizard, dude. I'm telling
Yeah.
you.
If you really want to go high tech, you could take a bed sheet, and hang a bed sheet up, level to the top, and you could fool with the height of it, so you can project that shadow up onto the bed sheet. You can do the same thing.
Yeah,
So
get
it's not, if you can't do most of this stuff with like $5 or $6 and some simple stuff, it ain't real. Then something's wrong.
Yeah. In other words, it's a trick they're trying to pull on your ass.
Yeah, like this is some kind of magical space force, and like they're pulling some kind of horse shit over your eyes. Like, oh no, you can't do this. This is refraction. Horse shit. I could do this with $5 and an hour of my time on the side of my garage with some garbage.
Yeah, and this is for every man. The world is belonging to a certain group.
Yeah, simple. You want to prove it. You could do this yourself and replicate it. I mean, it's not, it's not the sun, but I mean, you could replicate it and say, okay, look, I I just did it.
Yeah.
So I mean, I could see how this could work.
Oh yeah, I wanted to shout out Shane and Al one again. I stole their thumbnail, that Al Baruni thumbnail. I got it off Face Audits. The imaginary radius that Al Baruni had. Yeah, I don't think he ever had one. Now
a lot of optical tricks are simple to do. It doesn't require any crazy money, or you don't have to be a fucking scientist. Use your brain, and you can figure some stuff out pretty quick.
You can figure out the square law of light with just a piece of cardboard and a light. That's all you need. Yeah. You just cover so much light up, you'll see how bright it is and how it dims as you cover it.
Even as you pull that light back, you'll see how much it dims. You could buy a lumen meter really cheap and find out how bright something is by using a lumen meter.
Yeah.
They're expensive to buy on Amazon. You can do all kinds of tricks.
Yep. All right, I'm gonna play the rest of this thing.
Lux meter.
Yeah,
and lightning. I would have to look up that person. I'm not sure who.
I got a channel up here if you want to look at it. I'll give you the link. I had it. Wait a minute, where'd it go? Oh, here it is. I'll give you the link.
I used to have one a long time ago. One of those meters that tells you how hot the light is. You could use them for, like you put it behind something if you were going to take some photos, and say you had a blind with a light on it. You wanted to, project the light in on somebody sitting in a chair or on an object, or you're gonna, you could put this meter behind it and take the light, move it towards it, or pull it back, and it would tell you on the meter the strength of the actual light, what kind of lumens, lux, whatever you want to call it.
Yeah.
Photographers use it a lot.
All right. Let's finish her off. Let's see. We got like 3 or 4 minutes. You ready, guys?
Rock and roll.
Yep. Go for it.
We should do some of this live. What do you think? Like, actually do some.
Let's do it live.
No, like,
we'll do it live.
Yeah, right.
Well, I mean, I have a live stream I can work with. We can do some of these things live.
No worries.
Is casting a shadow and is being cast on clouds below the peak. The triangular shape is simply perspective from a lower vantage point. How can I say that with certainty? Well, first, the supposed upward shadow has never been filmed from the top of a mountain. Ever. Second, the triangular shadow shape cast from the cloud clearly matches the shadow from Mount Rainier, even though the physical objects are most certainly different shapes. More importantly, this anti-crepuscular type shadow is 100% impossible on a globe. Because on a globe, a shadow from a cloud at the horizon could not wrap around the curvature. It would shoot upwards towards space.
Is he saying that?
From the observer's perspective, the shadow would cut off at a point above the observer's head, and certainly could not make it to the other side of the sky, approximately another 100 miles away.
Off into space.
At a distance of roughly 200 miles from horizon to horizon, that would be a curvature drop of nearly 27,000 feet. What can they claim? That gravity makes cloud shadows wrap around the curvature too? Since that cloud shadow video, I have also filmed this phenomenon.
Warping of space-time.
At first glance, my video is not as awesome as the first video. It was actually a lot better until I realized I needed to film it, and it died down before I started recording. But my video makes an excellent point because notice where the sun is. This video, which was filmed August 5th, 2024 at 8:35 p.m., was taken only 4 minutes before sunset. The sun appears to be lower than the clouds.
The lowest angle.
You can't even see it.
Yeah.
Under the globe, the sun would have to be at an angle lower than the clouds, but we know that's not true because only the tips of the clouds are casting shadows. Only the tips of the clouds are casting the shadows, and they extend across the entire sky, which is also impossible on the globe. My laser test friend Robert, who now lives in the Philippines, just sent me these photos that were taken right before sunset.
And thank you,
Again,
Lightning.
the shadow extends across the entire sky, and the sun appears to be angled lower than the clouds. But it can't be, since it's right before sunset. Any way you look at it, sunrises, sunsets, and shadows prove the flat Earth. Thanks for watching.
Well, thank you, Taboo. That was a nice little video. I liked it. So anything in the works, boys? Got anything happening after this? Are you going to bed? It's late 30 where I'm at.
I fell asleep earlier, too. That's probably why I woke up.
Yeah. Is Sandy on tonight?
I don't know. She was talking about the Optimus thing. I fell asleep about a quarter way through it.
Then they went over to Rumble and talked about the two kids. You know what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
On YouTube. That was a weird interview that cop did with those kids. I mean, never mind. I ain't going to go into it.
Yeah.
It almost seems staged to me. We'll leave it at that.
Yeah, I was on PJ's earlier with Derek. We sat there for a little while and watched the video.
Yeah, that was yesterday.
Was it yesterday? Yeah, yesterday. Excuse me, yesterday afternoon.
I was saying PJ wasn't on today, was he?
No, not just yesterday. The day before yesterday.
I think it was yesterday.
No, it was yesterday because I was talking to Roger. Yeah.
He came over and talked to me before he went over there. I did a thank you stream to Nathan with the microphones.
Yeah, it was like midday.
Yeah.
Midday was
And
like.
PJ played the movie. What movie did he do again? I was working, so I missed it.
No, but that was cool to just chill
that was
and
yesterday.
talk. And, yeah.
You're getting a day ahead of yourself, Derek.
Yeah, and dude, I'm pretty sure it was the day before yesterday.
Are you pretty sure now?
It was yesterday.
Yeah.
He's still gonna say it's yesterday.
That's okay. I do it all the time. Sometimes I have to.
Sometimes
I have to. I say, wait a minute, what's today? I'm either a day ahead or a day
Right, it's
day
Thursday.
behind.
It's
Thursday
Thursday
now.
Like
It
we're
will take
talking to PJ on Tuesday.
No, it was Wednesday. It was yesterday.
No.
I'll look. Hold on. We'll prove who's right and who's wrong.
Here we go.
We're gonna settle this, D man.
We're gonna
once
settle
and for
this
all, okay? No.
on a day grudge match.
No, I'm just messing with you. If I'm wrong, okay. It's all good.
I'm pretty sure it was yesterday.
Mm.
I got to go to PJ's channel just to make sure. He's changed his name again, and I actually had to give the new name to D-Man, didn't I?
I was wondering why I wasn't seeing anything. It's because the channel wasn't even there.
Yeah.
I was like, what happened?
Yeah. He completely changed it.
That's why I mentioned to you. I was like, hey, what happened to PJ? I haven't seen anything.
It's the simple truth in Christ is what it's called.
Yeah.
Derek dropped out.
No, I'm back.
I see.
We thought you were running.
Yeah, I thought you
No,
were
I tried to look
Making
at
a run
myself,
for
and
it.
apparently I can't do that on my phone without
Okay.
dropping out.
His last live was a day ago.
The 8th.
Yeah.
It says, well, I mean, he ended it like after, what was it, like 6 a.m. for him?
Yeah, it's the woke alphabet. And,
Which means, no, but he started before that.
yeah, that was like, let's see what day that was. I'll get a date on
Because,
it.
dude, no, like his stream was like 6+ hours long.
Yeah.
And he's
Yeah, he
in
was
England.
on for a while. Well, he's in Scotland, ain't he?
Yeah, he's in
England.
Scotland.
No,
England.
not.
Oh, yeah,
not-
he's in
no,
England
he's
now.
Scottish, but
Scotland.
he's in.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. My bad.
Yeah.
So as a day ago goes, that would be the 8th.
Yeah, it's different. His time zone is different too.
It is.
It's what,
Yeah, no,
4
no,
hours
he's
ahead?
6 hours ahead of us, or 4 4 hours ahead of East Coast.
Yeah,
I think.
we'll see when I did my stream. What
Or
day?
5
that was.
hours, or something like that.
Yeah, when you were showing me the mic, that was yesterday. It was Wednesday.
Yeah, it was. Yeah, I've deleted that. No, wait a minute. I think I got a strike on it. Jeez.
Oh,
Had to be from the music, probably.
Yeah, well, I'm sure. I'll have to go edit it.
You're always in trouble, Roger.
Troublemaker.
I'll play what I want to play. I'm going monetized now, but the thing is, in order to keep the whole thing fully monetized, I actually have to go back and delete all those strikes that are copyright. Yeah, I'm not going to do that. I'm going to leave. I'm going to leave the super chats up and stuff if somebody wants to do that. I'm not making anybody do it, But that's the only way I'll get any. I've got like $35 in super chat so far.
Send shekels.
Yeah, shekels, tons of money.
I did it one night on Soft and I sent him $4 in shekels.
Yeah, yeah.
I said, check your PayPal. And he's like, oh, hey, I got shekels.
Shekels.
Whoa.
You can do that with PayPal. You can go any monetization.
I was gonna one of the other places I was gonna do it. I was gonna do it on Sandy's just for the hell of it, just so I could hear her say somebody sent me dong. and I was like, let me not do that. I actually looked one night just for the hell of it to find out what the largest number amount was for $4 in the world, and it was Cambodian dong.
Ooh.
And it was, if you sent $4 American money, it was like 70,000. It was like some 170,000 dong. And I was like, that would be funny if she did a super chat and just laughed her ass off, because then,
140,000 dong.
Somebody sent me 140,000 dong just to get a laugh out of her.
I shouldn't even be laughing. Oh my god!
You know what they call their money in South Africa? It's rand, whatever that.
Oh,
means.
yeah.
I thought it was rand.
I think it's rand or rand. I don't know, but that's a
R-A-N-D, I think.
I still might do it at some point. Don't tell her.
No, we'll keep it under our hat.
Just so I can get a laugh out of her. Just so I can get a laugh out of her, because I know she'll giggle.
I got to babysit the babies in the morning around noon or so.
I got to work. I really don't want to go.
Me neither. I'm not have to work though. I'm off for the next day, except for the babysitting part. It's a chore though, man. I'm still changing the youngin. She ain't quite potty trained yet. That's the next step. Oh, but you seen the first one when he got in there, he was like proud of it.
I did it.
Yeah, he wanted to show it to you. That's fine. We'll see it eventually. You don't have to come show me now.
Like a picture too. Oh yeah, that's the one you were talking about with the with it reversing the image.
Yeah, it's Amsterdam actually.
Yeah, it's like they have those the like water, because they're below sea level.
Oh yeah.
I forget what they're called. Canals, not canals.
Yeah, they're all canals. Yeah, waterways, canals. They don't have roads in Amsterdam to speak of necessarily. They got walkways and stuff for the most part, bike roads, trains.
Yeah, everything's on the side of canals. It's funny.
I would like to visit there once.
Oh, that's right. I forgot they have that.
Mm-hmm.
They're below sea level, like big time. They have a huge star fort there too. That's massive.
Mm-hmm.
The same with Venice too. Venice is like that. There's New Orleans is
cool. That's right.
Yeah. New Orleans, but New Orleans is more antiquated, I think.
It's kind of dumpy. Hate to say it.
It's. I've been close to it. I've seen it from a distance. I never went to the town. I've been to Louisiana a couple of times. Been to Mississippi. I ain't missing nothing there.
No, you're not missing anything.
I remember the first time I went through Mississippi, going through I-40, we're passing through the state, and like the road disappeared about halfway through Mississippi. Like, where'd the road go? This is a highway, right? You couldn't tell where the road and the ground end or began. You just got to guess.
Yeah. I've never been to Texas. I've never been to Louisiana.
Texas ain't that bad, actually.
Been to Missouri, Mississippi, Alabama, Florida, everything about midway. I've never been to South Dakota, haven't been to North Dakota, but I've done all the other stuff in Wisconsin.
I've lived in South Dakota, D-Man. It's not populated at all. It's pretty much rural.
Yeah,
It's all like prairie. Yeah.
Yeah.
You can go up to the Badlands if you get up high enough.
Or Badlands. Yeah.
Me and my friend
Those are
did
there.
the up through Michigan and up through the UP, and then back down into what's that, Maryland? I don't know what that is, on top of Wisconsin, and then came down the other side and came back down, and that was a trek. I could say I did it once and that's enough. I was like, I don't know, I want to do that again. It was the most boring things ever. There's nothing up there. UP is just nothing there. It's just roads and little roadside shack places. And
Oh, that area above Wisconsin, yeah, that's a part of Michigan. So it's like
yeah, it's the UP.
Michigan. It's like two separate land areas. It's weird.
It cuts up. It's actually it goes. It's almost like this. It's almost like the canal there that Iran has got. You know, where it has an island that sticks out, and you're cutting into the other country and then dotting out. It's the same thing, like in Canada. You know, where it's actually part of the United States, but it cuts up and past the border of Canada. It's kind of funny. You come
Well,
in,
Minnesota does that in like two spots too. Yeah.
yeah, Minnesota and
I think it's all man-made.
Wisconsin.
It's,
Well, then it comes down to Wisconsin.
it's not naturally formed that way.
No, it was some kind of problem that they had that they worked out. I don't know. It's shit up there. There's nothing up there. It's just woods and
woods and water and hills. And,
That's
So
it.
if
It's
you ever
boring.
get to South Dakota, go to Sioux Falls area if you want to get like civilization. If you're looking for, that's the only place that there's any population in South Dakota. Period. If you need to go to the store or something, it'd be where people from all the towns from like hundreds of miles around go all the way to Sioux Falls just to buy stuff. Dude. It's nuts.
Yeah.
I mean, if you like living in nowhere for the most part.
Well, it's like Sioux Falls. They depend on like tourist activity.
Yeah, my great uncle used to live up there when I was a kid, and he actually used to keep bees for a living. There's a whole bunch of farms out there with cloves.
Oh, good.
He supplied Sioux Bee Honey Company with like I think 2/3 of their production. He had like 6 or 7 guys working with them producing honey, but he produced it. He processed it and sold it to Sioux Bee. And I used to summer out there, man, and I learned how to keep bees. It's a fun job.
Where my dad was, they did it. It was all, all farms, nothing but farms, chicken farms, turkey farms. We didn't go to the store and buy squat. We would just go to the farm and get a turkey for Thanksgiving. We would, go to the farm and get eggs, pullets. We'd get these little duck eggs, and
well, we need to go back to that, in my opinion.
everything was all local. So if you lived there, you just went to the farm and got what you needed. They had a hog farm, they had a beef farm, they had, whatever you wanted, you could get. Just went to the farm and got it. We drink raw milk.
Hey, raw milk's good.
No pass.
It is good.
Yeah. And my uncle, he did not eat any of the processed honey. He always ate it hot, raw, right off the comb, man.
Yeah.
Yeah. Why not?
Yeah.
And
Did he ever get sick from doing that?
No, actually, he lived to be 106 years old, dude.
Yeah, look at that.
We never went to a store and bought fish. I would just go to the river and just go catch fish. That's just how it was.
Mm-hmm.
It's a totally different life. Go up there now, and there's a gas station and a Dunkin' Donuts every 3 miles, or McDonald's.
Oh boy, that's got to be good for you, Dunkin' Donuts.
All that stuff's all all that old world shit's gone. Nobody's kids
Carl gave
want
me a
it.
video, guys. You want to look at it?
Sure.
Yeah, it's Mars and Uranus and Venus and Pleiades, Orion's belt. But it says flat roads. That's why I don't. We'll see.
What is he like going to look up or something, or what?
I hope so. He usually does that kind of stuff.
Okay.
He bakes up the P900. Goes good work. We'll see how long this video is. A couple minutes. Yeah, not bad. There we go. Wasn't bad. Thanks, Carl. He's been busy. Thanks, FD Nation. I'm going to get off, guys.
Yeah.
Listen,
So I just
Thanks for
got up
coming
and
up.
the phone made some noises, and I was like, "Oh, somebody's on."
Oh yeah, imagine that.
What kind of? Well, I think one time I did it. I don't know who the hell it was. Oh, it was Ken. Ken had Gordon on there. It was Ken and Gordon. And they were on for like 9 hours or something. And I was like, holy shit, he's been on for 8 hours.
Yeah, I've caught a couple, but I can't stay too long because it's like, I mean, like people I'm sub to will like put out like hour-long videos.
Gordon
I
was
only have so
sloshed.
many hours in the day.
Gordon was sloshed. It was like really bad.
Uh-oh.
And I was like, oh, I got to turn this on. He did it on for 8 hours. I love Ken. He's the best.
Yep. I'm going to get out of here. Thanks for stopping, guys.
Good to see you, man. Good to see you.
Oh,
Good to see you
likewise.
again, Derek. Derek,
Yeah.
maybe I'll see you tomorrow. By the way, tomorrow's Friday.
Is it? Oh.
Yeah, it is. Yes, dude, I'm telling you, man. It was Tuesday we spoke to each other.
Man, I got to change my shift because I mean my shifts bleed into the night, man, and they're taking me out of the days and putting me on nights, so I'm not going to
Yeah,
have day shifts.
nights is rough, dude. I did nights for a long time. It screwed my life up for a while.
Mhm.
Working nights is like your day, you know.
Yeah. I mean, I used to work 412s at the graveyard, man. So, yeah, you're used to seeing the sun go down, the sun go up. By the
Yeah.
time you're time to go to sleep, and you're like, okay, so
Yeah, I did full-time hours on a part-time schedule for a long time where I did a single and two doubles. And that was my normal hours. And then, you know, so I'd work a day, a single, then I'd have a day off, then I'd come in and work a double, then I have a day off, then I come back the next day and have to work another double.
That is rough.
Yeah, dude, that is not an easy way to live.
That's not. Yeah, no.
Well,
But
when I did
not
those
even old time farmers did that.
when I did those 412s, I get 3 days off though.
I had intersecting contracts, so I had being a contractual worker. So I worked for an engineering company at one schedule, and then worked for a construction company at another. So I worked 60 hours a week, and I worked 37.5, which is full time. That's considered full time, 37.5 hours. So single, double. And then I worked another contract for a construction company in between. So the day that I had to work the next day and then work a double was wild because I would just sleep at work. I wouldn't even go home because I had to get up as soon as the shift was over. I had to get up 5 hours later. So I would just crash on the floor at work. I'd just go and stay in the break room and just crash out in the break room and then have to get up and then go work another contract for another company, work an 8-hour shift. And then, you know, then say, okay, I got 7 hours. I got to drive an hour to get home and I got to drive an hour to come back. That sucked. Did it for 20 years. It's
Damn.
crazy.
Man, you got stamina, man. I'm telling you. I've
Dude,
done 3 different jobs at once, but 2 part-time and 1 full-time jobs. That'll wear you though.
Yeah.
You
Yeah,
get 3
I mean,
sleep maybe in a week if you're lucky.
yeah. The last time the doctor looked at my back, he went, "Oh, wow." And when they say that, you know it ain't good.
They're smiling at you. You might need some surgery. No, thank you. All right. We're out of here, guys.
Have a good one.
All right. See you later.
I built to last.
All
I
right.
don't know how.
You are, though. I'm telling you. Old school, buddy.
Invest in all, reinvent yourself. Before you know it, your essence is renewed with something fresh. Your will, your way, will earn respect in your day. Let the glory sharpen knife. Got the future of your life. Let's not break back, just back.
Night, guys.